Okay, so as I was saying, my phone is like such a universal item that I use, and so I didn't show up to work again on this Monday, but it was because I lost it at a fucking party. For 2 days, I couldn't find my phone, and it ended up being in my buddy's couch. But like, I felt so lost and crippled without my phone. It's so weird, and I was already kind of planning on not showing up to work on Monday anyway.
Yeah.
But then like I was saying, it's my alarm clock. I live to listen to music. Everything with my phone, social media.
Well, my alarm clock's on my fucking phone.
I communicate
don't
with
have a
anybody.
Clock anymore.
You know, it's kind of fucked up. I do have an alarm clock, but I just didn't want to go find it and plug it in.
You're a piece of shit.
I know, but I was
so
like...
you missed today?
Yeah.
So you did
no call, no show,
today?
but I didn't have my phone. Yeah, I didn't have my phone until my friend brought it over to me at 1 in the afternoon. So and then I finally text my boss later. I was like, yo, and he probably thinks that's such a bullshit excuse. I no call, no showed the Monday before.
Yeah.
But I did that because I just got my hand tattooed. And
you didn't want to fuck it up.
And instead of saying, hey boss, I just got my hand tattooed, I don't want to come in today.
Well,
I just didn't say anything at all, which is so shitty, but...
The duct tape's still on him, you monster.
But he could just fucking fire me at any moment, dude. I've been such a terrible employee over the years. Collectively, I've been there for almost 3 years at the late August.
Yeah.
Early September is when I started in 2016.
That's fucking
Which is insane. I've just been installing Windows for so long.
Yeah, so you just were degenerate, took the day off. Yeah, he probably should be fired.
Oh, yeah, dude, so many... And, my buddy... Carter that I work with, last week on Wednesday, he said he had to go to Seattle for a friend's wedding, but he really was going to fucking LA to do some biking thing called Born Free. So he had the time of his life. He was gone from Wednesday. He went to work Wednesday morning, bounced to LA, and was gone since Wednesday till today. I think he got back today.
Insane.
So I think there was only 3 people at work today out of the 6 that we have.
Yeah, dude, they had to talk to me the other day because I kept taking Mondays and Fridays off, and they started noticing.
Yeah.
And we've seen Pat, I'm like, what's going on and shit.
Do you no call, no show, or do you just actually take the day? See,
I call
that's
in
better
with
though.
A fake excuse. It definitely is. Either way, we're still degenerates. And yeah, we're pieces of fucking shit. Welcome to the ADHD podcast.
What's up, guys?
I'm your host, Caden Casaus
Khyler Vick over here.
Time for fucking shots.
Another shot of vodka to speak easy.
I coughed halfway through.
Oh boy.
I hope that didn't pick up a lot. I just coughed some of that out.
The vodka, I can see it's dripping down your chin.
Yeah, dude.
You never react to shots then.
Well, it's I had to cough the second it hit my mouth.
Okay.
Oof. So it was I was trying to force it down and cough at the same time. That was already our second shot because we fucked up the intro.
No, it's not that we fucked up the intro, but
it fucked up, man. Whatever.
Well, then we started going. We fucked up the intro. Then we just laughed, remember, and then we kept going.
We fucked up the podcast. God.
Realized the fucking audio wasn't even picking me up. Why did you even stop to see if that was working? Is it working now good? Do you know?
Yeah, it's working fine. I can see our level. I can see when we talk, it shows up.
But before it wasn't doing that when
it was only showing up with me.
Okay. Dude, that's happened 3 times now out of how many times we've done this.
Because it has to be set to the Yeti, and it wasn't. It was
and
set to the laptop.
Sometimes it just goes to the laptop.
And that's
laptop's
only
facing you. That's why I almost think, as a backup, we should have the laptop facing both of us. You know.
But, the audio for that's going to be dog shit.
Yeah, if it was just only picking up on the laptop anyway.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so as I was going to tell you earlier, I saw this movie, I think I watched it earlier today.
Yeah.
It was called, I can't remember if it was yesterday or today. My days are blending together. Anyway, it's called The Perfection. And
it's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, 2019. I guess you'd call it a thriller. It has the actress from Get Out, the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, the white chick.
Yeah, so she's one of the main. She's the only one that I can really recognize. And
okay, I think I've seen it then.
The Perfection.
On the.
I don't know why it piqued my interest. I just saw her. I was like, oh, this seems different. Cause I just hate watching the same bullshit over and over. You always resort to either just binge watching YouTube videos or watching The Office or just something that you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
And then when you try to go to watch something new, you're always afraid. I don't want to waste my time and watch something shitty But it's like, fuck it, dude. That's what these new things are here for. Like, yeah, if it sucked, whatever. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours of your life wasted. Who gives a fuck? And it was decent, but the ending was so fucking weird. So it was about this chick who's a cello...
Well, don't spoil the ending for me.
Oh, well, fuck. So you think you're going to watch it? God damn it.
It's a movie?
Yes.
I'll watch it and we can talk about it next time.
Dude, okay. I just want to say it was weird. The movie was. It was kind of it had somewhat of an M. Night twist. Like, oh, kind of didn't see that coming, kind of did suspect it, but maybe, like, then I went back on it, and then you're kind of not really sure. And then the ending, I was like, really? I was almost thought that was, like, it was cheesy in a way. I was like, ending, but it was, like, wasn't bad, but I was like, that's fucking gnarly. That's, like, I don't even know. I want to, like, give it away, because it was kind of funny, kind of fucked up, kind of just, like, that's as much as of a twist ending as I probably would have.
We can talk about it next.
Like
time.
I could have thought of this. This is retarded. Like the way this ended.
That makes me excited to watch it. I might watch it tonight because tonight's like my only free night.
Yeah. And like I said, it wasn't like the best movie, but it was kind of a different. Decent. It was the way it was edited and like the story was actually like pretty different. I would say from like other movies because sometimes like I was saying before that movie I think it's called like The Silence. I watched the trailer for it and I'm like, this is the exact same premise of A Quiet Place. Like, oh, if everybody's living in a town that you have to be completely quiet, and if you make a slight peep, these monsters come and attack you. What the fuck? That's the same story.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking. I mean, I hate knockoffs like that and shit, dude.
And it was new. It just came out, I think, this year.
Yeah,
so it's like newer. It was like
clear knockoff.
2 years, I guess, since A Quiet Place. And it's like, okay, yeah, the monsters are different. Obviously, the characters, like the actors and actresses are different. And I thought I saw some pretty well-known actors in that, too, or one at least. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that are totally different, but, like, the fact... I mean, I don't know, maybe that could be, like, a whole new genre of movie to where, like,
it always happened, like, the second... I mean, horror movies in particular, they always jack shit.
Oh, yeah, well, I was going to say zombie movies. There's so many zombie movies. And more like, oh, well, we made the first zombie movie. You can't make any other movies about zombies at all.
Well, like, okay. And then there was that huge phase of, like, childhood things that were, like, they turned into monsters. Like, the Tooth Fairy was, like, a big one. There was, like, 3 or 4 Tooth Fairy movies in, like, the early 2000s.
I never saw them.
They kind of changed them up. There was one that fucked me up.
But they're completely different and have nothing to do with each other, but they're all based on the Tooth Fairy being...
vaguely, yeah.
Okay.
But they copied, like, the same monster plot.
Yeah, but it was totally not sequels or anything.
There was one that fucked me up as a kid. I wish my phone was going. I guess I could pull it up on the computer. I just remember, like, a scene where it was like the Tooth Fairy could only get you if you fell asleep. And if you, like... I don't even fucking remember.
Like pull an all-nighter after you lose your tooth?
No, I think you could fall asleep.
Like you forgot to like donate to the Tooth Fairy?
Something like that. Like I'm trying to remember. It was like the Tooth Fairy, but wasn't the Tooth Fairy? It's fucking.
Did you ever actually believe in the Tooth Fairy?
Vague.
Ever, even for a slight moment in your life? Did you?
I'm sure. I can't like remember.
I totally remember me believing in the Tooth Fairy. 100%.
I was so young when I like figured out about Santa that it was like everything else.
Like it's like below Santa, so obviously even Jesus.
I don't like. Yeah, I never believed in Jesus.
The fact that you believed in Santa more than Jesus is like.
The thing is, I just
amazing.
didn't know about Jesus.
You just never learned. Because I remember you thought people who were religious, you said you thought were only Amish people.
Yeah.
You thought all people who were religious looked like Amish people.
I was raised completely atheist, where like I had no concept of what God was.
Yeah, and I was raised to like, if you were to say out loud, I don't believe in God, you already bought yourself a one-way ticket to hell. Yeah, that's my mindset. I'm like, fuck, I can't like do anything wrong. I can't like, I was such a shitty child anyway that I already did buy my fucking one-way ticket. But like, I thought if you said for sure like I don't believe in God, because that was one of the things, if you like deny God in front of your peers or some bullshit. But like, I was raised Mormon growing up. My parents weren't ever really strict about it at all. And I had friends that were Mormon who would like, they would invite me to church, and I would just go with just for their sake because they were my friend, but I didn't really want to go. And even my parents wouldn't go. Or sometimes they would go, but it'd be like such a separate thing that it was never like a family thing. And I remember sometimes my mom and dad would try to have me and my brother Cade read scriptures together. and like
That's
read
so
them out
weird.
loud, and I was like, this sucks. You know, I could like feel nobody wanted to do that and be in that situation, but maybe it was like a family bonding thing. Maybe they thought, you know, like I'm such a shitty kid that like reading the fucking Mormon scriptures out loud would like somehow help at all. This was all around the age of 8, before or after, because I was baptized at 8 years old by my dad in the Mormon church.
That's so crazy,
right around the street, like in my neighborhood. And it didn't do shit. Like I just never had that feeling. I was so weird when people were like, you know, like God spoke to me, or like they could like feel that feeling. Like I just never felt that. Like I was, and I never tried to be like an edgy hardcore kid either.
My thing is that like, once I hit an age where like you start noticing all that shit and seeing like people that are super religious. Like once I hit like 5th and 6th grade, it was pretty fucking obvious. Like most of the kids in my class were Mormon kids, so it's like, oh, am I missing something? So it was like after that, I got super into religion for a second, to where it was like, oh, I need to figure out what this is, and then I figured out there's more than one, because my sister around that time became Buddhist. And then one of my sisters was LDS. That's how I first got introduced into the church. Was my sister Callie got brainwashed when we moved here.
Is she still Mormon?
She's still religious. She doesn't totally believe in Mormon because her husband's not Mormon.
I guess if you can live like a happy life and, you know, and if it helps being religious, then good for you.
Well, yeah, I don't give a shit what you believe in, but it's when you start using that religion to force your ideals on other people's when I have a problem.
Weird.
But so I got like my sister took me to a Mormon church a couple of times when I was like 8 or 9.
So boring too.
It's so
goddamn
dude.
boring.
I got kicked out.
Dude, I hardly went, but how'd you get kicked out, by the way?
Well, so what happened was, so I went to I went to church, and then they had like the separate like kids school part of it.
Yeah, the primary. Primary. So you'd go to like the main thing in the morning, take the sacrament with the bread and the water. Exactly. That was the best part, dude. I was like, oh, sick, I'm participating in something. Yeah. And then you just sit there.
I got sent to primary, and then I remember the guy was like this young pastor, like early, like mid-20s, late 20s maybe. And he was like, whose first time is it? And I was like, oh, it's mine. And so
whip them pants down,
which is like a weird thing to say, because most of them grew up. I think he recognized that it was like,
he knew it was your first time.
But the other thing, this is the weird thing,
to see if you would tell the truth.
This is the weird thing.
Had to have been.
No, this is the weird thing, because he was like, whose first time is it? I was like, it was mine. It's me. And he's like, okay, come up here. And it was mine and a couple other kids. And he gave us CDs that were like hymns on the CDs or whatever.
Did you ever listen to them?
No, fuck that CD. I think I put it in and listened to it for a second. I was like, fuck this shit. But I liked the case it came in. It was like this colored, like the front part was colored with like a kind of translucent color that was green. And I was like, I like the CD case. I want, like,
you threw out the CD but kept the case.
100% threw out the CD, kept the case.
No, you did not.
Next week, he was like, whose first time is it? I was like, it's mine.
So you get another case?
And I got another CD case. And then I went in again, did it again, and he's like, oh, I'm out of CDs. Wait till after.
So he knew after he caught on that you were saying it was your first time, just so you could get a CD. But
well, no, the thing is,
this
is the thing. So he took me.
How do you not realize?
I don't. This is such a vague memory too.
Maybe you're literally.
No, this happened. My sisters talked about it too.
Okay.
I went back the third time, and he's like, I'll have to get a CD from the back for you. And so, like,
that's when it all went down.
And I never went back again. No. What happened is that he, like, left me in the, like, he took me back to the room where I saw all the CDs. So he gave me the CD, and then I went back, and I took a whole fucking bunch of them.
Why did you want these cases?
I don't fucking...
You're retarded. For what? For your other CDs?
Because I was 8.
No.
Yeah. For my own...
For your other CDs.
Yeah.
It was like to hold your CDs because you didn't have those cases or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you'd steal them from the library. No, I don't know.
No. I had CDs. My brother had CDs, and I used to jack them.
You didn't have the cases for those.
Yeah, he kept them in like a slip, and I would jack them out of his like
CD holder. The booklet.
And so I used to jack, like, I remember I had like the Who and a couple of AC/DCs and like a Led Zeppelin, because that's all the shit my brother was into. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I'd taken a whole bunch of CDs from my brother, and I need some way to hold them. So I was like, these are fucking perfect. So I took a whole bunch, went back.
Green CDs.
They were a different color. That's what I liked about them.
Oh, okay.
So the first one I got was green, and then there was blue, red, whatever the fuck. I went back, like, So I took a whole fucking bunch of them. I went back, and the guy, like, stopped me before class even started, and was like, you can't come back. You have to leave.
Yeah, well, they don't want thieves running amok in their church, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to church to, like, be enlightened.
It was my 3rd week.
Yeah,
Give me a chance.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, but that was the only chance. But I went to some Buddhist shit with my other sister because she became
that
Buddhist.
Was sick.
It was all right. It was weird because, like, I remember we went to, like, this person's house. It was just in somebody's house.
Oh, what?
And, like, I remember we were
program?
sitting... Something, I don't fucking know, man. And we were sitting in a circle, and he was doing, like, chants. And he would, like, go... We were meditating, and he would go, and he put, like, your hands on your head, and then we're like, oh... Yeah. No, that's Native American, dude. That's, like...
That's like some like
singing?
It's like didgeridoo shit.
Didgeridoo,
It's like
that
some,
does
it sounds
sound
like
like
it's like from some Australian
sounds like
shit.
What do you call people from Nepal? What do you call people from Nepal?
I don't know, Napoleon? No.
Yeah, well, they have this thing called throat singing, and that's what
they
it sounds
do. They
like.
do that.
That's what it
I didn't
sounds
know
like.
that. I was just trying to sound like I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like that didgeridoo instrument,
Yeah,
right?
hold up. But anyway, and I thought that shit was weird. I went a couple of times. I went to a Baptist church where it was like mostly black, and they had like a drummer and like live music and shit, and that shit was dope.
Dude, I feel like every other church shit is like more entertaining, active, more like kind of fun.
Shit.
And in the Mormon, I mean, I haven't gone to like any other stuff really, but I went to like. I've gone with other friends when I was younger, and they would go to like, you know, like this. I remember Tyler saying he'd go to like rock and roll church, which is retarded.
Is that playing for you?
I can't hear shit.
You can't hear shit?
So it's playing on this. I don't know if that bit just got recorded. What is he playing, a didgeridoo, or what was that?
It's gonna be throat singing. I was gonna show you throat singing.
Did it sound exactly like what I was just
I
doing?
don't think it's gonna fucking play out of here. Well, he just was playing an instrument at first. I can't play it from here. You're gonna have to look it up on your phone if we want to check that out. That's something we have to figure out how to fuck with. But anyway, yeah, I went to a couple of churches and realized like, oh, this isn't for me. And that's when I got out of it. But then I was worried I was gonna go to hell for a really long time until I was like realized, oh, this is bullshit.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, there was like,
oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, this fucking ad.
Yeah, we don't unless they're paying us. We don't give them any fucking airtime on our podcast.
Dude, this instrument.
That's the exact video.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw the thumbnail. Come on, guys.
No.
It looks like his guitar thing is made of like deer skin. It's like it looks like a 2-string like banjo violin contraption.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What is in his mouth?
Nothing. He's throat singing.
That's sick.
The other thing is...
This is the coolest thing I've ever heard. I swear to God, I've never heard this.
That's crazy. The other thing, they can sing 2 notes at once doing throat singing. Look that up.
What the fuck?
This
is cool. Literally, this instrument he only has 2 strings, and he's using a fucking bow to like play it, but it's like the size of a banjo. But there's only 2 thick strings on there, and then he's just doing this crazy throat thing. It sounds like he has one of those instruments in his mouth where they like the harps. They're doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's doing that. He's like, dude, that's sick.
Yeah, that's throat singing.
All right. Wow.
They're like using their vocal cords like violin string kind of shit.
That's so cool, dude.
Look up when somebody sings 2 notes because they can throat sing and regular sing at the same time, and it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
2 notes. I don't know if I can.
I can't see what you're doing on your phone, so I don't know if we're looking at the same shit.
I hate the way this is edited. What the fuck? Can you hear that very good?
Put it up close again. I fucking love how much he's into this.
Dude, the way he was singing too, he's like singing real lyrics with that voice like that. Dude, I gotta use this for some edits.
This is our intro now.
Yeah, we just have to follow through singing.
This is gonna be our intro music to every episode.
Sue us for every penny.
Oh damn!
If this is Tuvan throat singing, so I don't know what the difference is. The other one that we showed, the first one was Mongolian.
Okay.
And then the one that we just barely listened to was Tuvan. I don't know where that is.
Neither do I.
But I mean, it's all, you know, like...
You know what
like
not
northern...
secretly love, but something I, like, really fucking dig is, like, Native American singing. It's so fucking dope.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Have you ever listened? There was this really viral video of these Native American guys singing, like, a pop song, but then throwing in Native American, like...
Wait, there's Native American throat singing?
No, but it's...
But I just typed in Native American, and then what popped up after was throat singing.
Check that out.
So,
let's look at what that is, man.
Oh, what the fuck? But there's one that's like 9 hours long, one that's 2 hours long. It's all for like sleeping shit. Here.
What?
Oh, I think Tuvan, I knew it, dude.
Tuvan
is Native American. I was like, that guy looks Native American. I knew that's what that was.
Interesting. Yo, what's up?
Doesn't this dude look like he's Native American though?
Dead.
Like totally, that guy did. I mean, kind of like Asian
he
Native.
Looks pretty Asian.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that, but thank you. It's very sweet.
There's this 9-hour video
that is.
of throat singing music for sleeping and deep relaxation.
Well, those say black, but it's covered right now because it's not open.
Shut up.
You're the worst / best. What's that?
I wanted
trying to find.
Fudge Sundae from McDonald's.
I don't know if there is
Oreo,
Native American throat singing.
Their machine was broken.
Dude, it's always broken. It literally is always fucking broken.
This isn't dog treats, my guy.
Anytime I ever see any, like, I used to think that was just like a meme, it's just a joke that the McDonald's ice cream machine's broken. It literally is always fucking broken. They might as well not have it. They should stop serving ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, fuck McDonald's and their ice cream machine because it is always broken. I thought that was just a fucking old wives' tale.
Are they good?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a dog treat. Try it. No, they're jalapeno pretzel sticks.
Damn, son.
They're good.
I'm
Is there a little
over
cheddar?
Louis. He's terrified of stores now because he thinks there's going to be an announcement and he's going to piss himself.
Well, we'll just have to start taking them more.
Just interrupted your
No, you're fine. You're all good. I don't have anything to stab it with. Oh, I heard that. That probably picked up.
Caden, would you ever get a dick tattoo anywhere on your body?
Oh, I thought you meant like a tattoo.
A tattoo on your dick? Okay, what would you rather do?
Oh, tattoo of a dick somewhere else on my body. I don't want my dick tattooed.
Okay.
I would definitely get a tattoo of a dick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's funny because this girl that I was seeing a while ago,
get like
she tweeted about something. She's like, "Dick tattoos are hot," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got like 3 of them, baby." But like,
not.
But like she.
A tattoo on the
But
dick?
then I like questioned it, and I knew like I was joking, but I was really concerned. I was like, you're not very specific. Like, dick tattoos are hot. That could be a tattoo of a dick, or a tattoo on your dick. Like it's a dick tattoo. And she was talking about tattoos on penises, which
not
I'm like,
hot
how is that
all.
hot? What can you even put on there that even looks good? That would feel
How
so
common is
terrible.
that?
I don't think that's very common. Like that's so fucking weird to get a tattoo on your dick.
Piercing?
Yeah, I don't think that's hot either.
Yeah.
Like nipple piercings are cool, but it's like whatever. Like I mean, I couldn't care less. Like that's cool if you have it, that's awesome. But like whatever. But like. And people get their fucking dick holes pierced. It's called a Prince Albert.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
I looked at those ones that
that's
are being placed.
super gnarly to get. Like, I mean, I would be honestly down to get that pierced just this like for a video. So like, all right, I'm gonna get my fucking dick hole. That as a stunt.
Look at that.
Yeah, but like that's like this guy has his whole body is tribal.
And then it just accentuates onto his penis, which he has a fucking big dick.
Dude, he
too.
has to. That looks like okay, but it's so hung that he can't have a boner. Because even a boner, it goes up.
Yeah, he's a
so
shower,
it's just
not
like,
a grower.
But it's just like this dude's dick's at least fucking 4.5 inches soft.
Stop looking at it, Georgia.
Why?
But it's like he has all this fucking.
Like.
He has all this like you know.
They're all.
What is it called? Like Islander, like Samoan tribal. It looked like all over his whole body, from what I'm guessing.
Like that just.
So this guy has
terrible.
tattoos of like fake veins on his dick?
I don't know, but there's like yellow spots. Yeah, I think that's Christmas.
That has Christmas lights tattooed on his cock. And I feel like you have to have a big dick.
Uncircumcised.
You have to have a big cock.
Here's a different angle of that. I can't tell what that is.
Right?
There's an eyeball.
Like his dick's just chilling. There's no, I don't know if that's even quarter chub
like
or if there's
sprinkles.
any chub or if that's how big that guy's dick is soft, that's probably as big as my dick hard. Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, angles do different justice.
Yeah,
you don't
this
really
doesn't
know.
bode for my confidence.
This guy's a dick on his face.
And his ears.
No.
Balls.
Go back though. That's amazing. But go back. There's a scorpion dick, and I actually want that tattooed.
Oh, why do you want that?
Dude, that's amazing. It's a scorpion. Okay, picture normal scorpion, but the fucking stinger is a cock.
But look,
and then the face is balls.
Testicles.
Yeah, that's amazing. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to take a picture
Click
of that.
on that. 22 subtle.
You need to save that on here and then post that on like our story. Like we need to actually start posting.
Get blocked?
Yeah, no, actually, since it's a tattoo, no, I follow places
that'll
post
have. Oh yeah,
way
I've
worse.
seen that shit.
Like
yeah,
snake
vagina. Georgia
Dude.
just sent me a super realistic vagina tattoo.
Yeah.
It's the
On
greatest
someone's
thing.
ankle.
Yeah, dude, snake. It's called Snake Pit on Instagram. They post the most fucked up tattoos ever. You have to follow it. It's fucking amazing.
I'm gonna
But like
save that. I'm gonna
that
post that.
scorpion dick tattoo. I would actually be, dude. Would you ever get that? You should get that on your thigh.
No, I'm not gonna get a scorpion penis tattoo.
That would be hilarious.
Do it.
Matching tattoos.
I'll get a penis tattoo. I'm not scared to get a
we
penis
should get a
tattoo.
dick
I just
tattoo.
don't want that one.
We should both get matching dick tattoos.
We can, but my next one's going on my forearm for sure.
Well, yeah,
so that could be
your
a
next-
couple down
Get a
the
huge
line.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a dick
Yeah, dude.
on my
Well, the
forearm.
reason I brought that up, and you saw this earlier,
Yeah,
but
I did.
just a few
Kyler
days ago.
just got a couple of new tattoos. I will describe them to you as I see them.
Okay.
So these are Kyler's new. Kyler's pretty covered. I'm sure most
You
of
could
you
say I
will
have a
know
couple tattoos.
a plethora of tattoos.
I mean-
he just got a switchblade, really like simplistic American traditional switchblade, filling up some gap in between some of his other tattoos, and I like that one a lot. The one that I'm really interested in seems to be almost like a little cartoon character where it's just arms and legs and then like a head, but the nose and the mouth are testicles and a penis.
Yeah.
So his nose is the penis and his mouth is like testicles. He looks like a spider almost.
It's
He has
basically
those rounded like
yeah, like he has eyeballs, and then right below
where his nose should be
his
is a
nose
penis,
is a dick.
and then
And-
balls that
What?
are just
Penis tattoo I'm gonna get. I just thought of this.
what?
I'm gonna get a piano, and on the bench is gonna be a penis playing the piano.
That's actually
It's gonna
fucking-
be a
Penis!
That's actually brilliant. I don't know if you can
That's
hear that,
good.
but she's Georgia said
I'm
she
pretty
wanted
sure
to get.
I heard it on the headphones. I'm pretty sure they'll hear it. But
Just to reiterate, because I don't know,
Yeah.
it's kind of far away, but she wants to get a pianist, but a penis pianist.
a
A penis playing a piano, which is fucking
penis.
obviously like the best idea I've ever heard.
I'm so good.
That's a good
That's
one.
good.
Pianist. I'm just gonna get a pianist. That's great. And okay, and so this dick and balls guy monster goblin thing is on my fucking forearm. So there's no way of ever covering it with
It's
a normal
a-
t-shirt ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Put your T-shirt down real fast.
oh, there's no way
Oh,
ever.
he's out.
Ever. I would never be able to cover this dick and balls tattoo with a t-shirt. And I think it's whatever. I'm so covered. It's kind of like once it's healed,
hidden
it'll be
enough.
like it'll blend in. And
Like
then
I had to look super close to realize that what it was. So I think you'll be
I
good.
think I'll be fine. And then my third one, all it was just like a simple little like bird thing.
Yeah.
It was like this like really old school looking.
It almost looks like.
It's like a pterodactyl.
Oh, fuck, who is it? It looks like an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Dude, and what I didn't realize, I was going through this booklet, and I was trying to find something that had a perfect spot for this area of no tattoo, which was a super awkward spot. I was like, oh, this bird, it would fit perfect, it's funny, and then Austin's like, you realize you're going to put this bird right next to another bird on your arm? I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like, so now I have a duck on my upper bicep that says, do you quack? And it's resembling the fucking video of that Texas dude in the man thong. Which is actually wrong. In the video, he says, can you quack? Can you quack like a duck when you suck?
Oh, I thought it was fuck.
Either way. And
Can you quack like a duck when you fuck?
at least I got that tattoo for free, dude. I've had a
Yeah.
couple free tattoos to where
I'm
like
very
they're like,
jealous
oh,
of
this
that.
is like a funny idea. You want it for free? Or like, hey, I need to test out my new machine. Want this tattoo
Ugh.
for free?
I wish I was that close to a tattoo artist.
Like, yeah, my buddy, we've talked about him before, but like I've known him since I was
I feel like we brought him up every podcast. He's like
not
our
every, but
sponsor.
a lot. Yeah,
Most-
and
a
he
good
actually
amount.
he did switch up shops too, and it's like 2 or 3 times bigger than the old shop. And I don't know if you've been to
We
his
did bring
shop
that up in the
before,
last podcast. We
but
brought
like
how they
I
reopened.
do remember that, but I hadn't been to his shop yet, and I just went a few days
Yeah.
ago, and it's nice, dude. It's way more spacious. Like, the one before, you were almost fucking... You could reach over and touch the guy next to you getting tattooed. But now it's like everybody has, like, their totally own space.
That's dope. I'm
It's
so
like-
glad for them because they're such a great
like, the
fucking
old shop, the tattooing space was smaller than this garage that we're in. And then the new shop is bigger than this garage that we're in. So, like,
That's good. They deserve it.
That's good. And
Lonely Hearts is such a good fucking tattoo
everybody
shop.
there is super cool. In my opinion, they have all good music, good taste in music. Austin is a super cool guy. I mean, he's been my friend since I was a little Cub Scout. Like, since we've been friends forever.
I've known him since 10th grade.
And I was gonna say I only became like, so I started skating with him in like middle school. We would skateboard, and then like we kind of stopped talking for a while, and then we really became great friends. I think 10th grade. He's a grade above me, so he was in 11th, and I remember seeing him the summer before I was going into high school, and it was around the time I was filming some fuckery when I started Blockheads. This was before Blockheads, but I realized I wanted to get into that shit. And I remember, like, wanting him to be a part of it. And so in the very beginning, I recruited Austin to be in part of our shenanigans crew. I don't even know what to call us, what we do. Because, I mean, I think about it more and more all the time. It's like, what are we? What do we actually do? We're not real stuntmen. We're not, like...
There's got to be a
we're not
term
we're not pranksters. I mean, what I've considered ourselves lately, or what I am now, is a homegrown stuntman. So I like to do stunts and crazy shit, but it's all homegrown and super, like, amateur. Which, like, but, like, there's obviously, like, there's this thing called CZW. And they're a type of, like, basically homegrown wrestling. They're like WWE.
Okay, yeah,
but, like,
I know.
the most hardcore shit you will ever see. Like, dudes, they have, like, they'll have, like, a board about as size as this table.
Wasn't there a Vice story about them?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
So there was,
that.
but, like, they recently, they have a thing every year called Tournament of Death, and my friend JJ went to that. And I saw some of the clips from that, and it was hectic. It always is. There's this one.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Oh, literally, like, definitely
legitimate injuries.
Wait, like, I've done hardcore shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I've done gnarly, hardcore, fucked up shit in my time, and, like, stuff that, like, people.
Is this how you're telling me you're starting this?
No, I'm not starting CZW.
Okay, good. I was concerned for your.
No, I'm not. Well, if I was starting CZW, like, I mean, I love that shit. So, like, I would have to dedicate my whole life to it, because it's a total lifestyle for these guys. You see their bodies; they're totally scarred, the fucked up. Like, and it's weird because I was into wrestling when I was younger. I loved, the early WWF before it was even WWE, and I had, like, WWF video games on PlayStation 1, and I loved it, and then I fell out of it for years and years, until probably the past few years, I started kind of paying attention to it more and more, but more for, like, the acrobatics and, like, the high flying shit, jumping off high shit, breaking through crazy shit. I don't care much about, like, the fake fighting, the fake punching.
Everybody I knew, because I grew up with a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah, and they
Mexicans love that shit. And to me, I knew it was fake and it was so dumb. What I didn't realize at the time, and I think I could have 100% gotten into it had I known this, there's storylines.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just fake fights. I didn't realize there was bad guys and good guys.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely could have seen myself getting into that if I had known that at the time.
And I don't know if I could, like, ever get hardcorely into it.
Well,
but,
now
like,
I'm, like, it's cheesy as fuck now.
Oh, dude, the shit now. I mean, okay, wrestling, I think you have to go into it knowing that there are fake qualities to it.
Yeah.
Like, certain parts are fake. And
I don't think I could jump into it now and appreciate it.
And,
but
like,
I think, like, if I had started as a kid, I would have liked it. But
the CZW
it's
shit
so
is
crazy.
Like, I was going to say, they set up a table like this with pencils, sharpened pencils.
Yeah.
But it was like every other one was a sharpened one, and then they flipped it onto its eraser. So it was kind of like a bed of nails, so it would, like, equal out. But still, sharpened pencils on a board that they would body slam somebody into.
And they would fucking slam,
dude,
like, glass.
There's like pieces of tempered glass, like big sheets of glass that they, like, will break through on the sides, or, like, things of light tubes.
Yeah, it is.
They'll bring out
brutal. Nothing's faked. Everything's so fucking real.
Anything
and,
and everything,
brutal.
dude. Shish kebabs, probably weed whackers, obviously steel chairs, thumbtacks. They'll get, like, aluminum cans, like soda pop cans. I started saying soda pop because of H3.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I hate you so much.
I know.
Some soda pop.
Soda pop cans.
Soda
I actually
pop.
said that without, like, in my subconscious, and then after I said it, I had to, like, shout it out.
One thing, I've been listening to Gus and Eddie's podcast, and I've been saying bros or dudes, because they say it, like, ironically, like, what's up, my dudes? And I've been catching myself saying that.
Pimps?
What up, players?
But I'll say bro occasionally.
I'll say bro, but, like...
Bro! But like,
They're like my guys.
they'll say, "Hey, my
I
guy."
started
I
saying
say
my
my guy.
Hey, my
Is that because of me or Gus?
I think it's because
I'll
Gus.
say
I've never,
my
like,
guy, but I think I get that from somebody
Whoa,
else.
my guy.
My guys. Come
My
on, guy.
Whoa, my guy. I was gonna.
I want to show you
I'm now remembering lots of stuff I was gonna bring up earlier. Now I feel like I'm gonna uprail the fucking podcast if I fucking bring it up. But I started watching the show Good Omens on Amazon. It's really fucking good. I like it a lot. It's by one of my favorite authors, Neil Gaiman, wrote the original book.
Gaiman.
He's
Are you serious? His name is Gaiman?
Yeah, his name's Gaiman. He wrote, do you remember Coraline?
Yeah.
He wrote the book
to
to
Coraline. What you're
Coraline.
talking about.
He wrote the book to Coraline.
That's amazing.
He wrote American Gods, which is one of my favorite books, and he wrote this book called Good Omens, and they made a TV show out of it recently, and it's basically about, like, the snake from the Garden of Eden. So it's like creationism is real in this, like, book and TV show. In this TV show, creationism is real, and the snake that convinced Eve to eat the apple, and then the angel that gave humans the sword of fire that, like, gave people fire, in, like, that whole fucking totally true 100% real story.
Never heard that story, actually.
Well, yeah, Aberforth or something gave him the sword. He had a sword of fire, and he gave it to Adam and Eve when they left, and that's how humans got fire or whatever. So they're like, and they become friends, and they just stay on Earth, like, monitoring humans and shit, and then it fast forwards to, like, the 90s or whatever, where, like, and I think he calls himself Crawley. I don't remember his real demon name or whatever, but he calls himself Crawley in the show. He's a snake that gives Eve the apple. Him and the angel Aberforth just, like, love Earth too much. Like, they've spent their entire lives on Earth. They've just are hiding as humans, basically, and are friends. And, like, the whole plot of the show is, like, oh, Crawley gets the Antichrist and needs to deliver it and switch the family so the Antichrist ends up with this American politician, because that's actually what's supposed to happen.
It's Trump.
Yeah, it was Trump? No. But that's the whole, like, plot of the show, and then they try to stop the end of the world. Because they like Earth so much.
Devil?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
the show you're watching on Amazon Prime?
It's so fucking good. I love it.
Sounds interesting.
It's so fucking funny.
There's another thing that
they're trying to but the thing is that Christians are so fucking pissed about it because, like, one, it's kind of making fun of, obviously, Christianity a little bit. It's poking fun at it, and it's changing, like, the word of God or whatever, and they keep saying it's blasphemous. One, the angel and the demon kind of have, like, a romantic vibe to it. They never explicitly say it in the show, but you can kind of tell.
Are they
like,
both dudes? Or
yeah, they're both dudes.
Awesome.
They're both dudes, and you can kind of tell there's, like, a weird kind of, like,
they
have
a bromance.
I mean, they've known each other 4,000 years. How have they not
dude.
fucked? But, or not 4,000 years, but hundreds of years or whatever. Anyway, so they're
4,000 to 100.
Yeah, that's...
right.
I'm an exaggerator by heart. That's just what I do. But
you're good.
But they're all up in arms about it. So what they're doing...
Are they boycotting the show?
They are signing a petition against Netflix to never make another show again. Like, they're like, cancel
to cancel Do you mean Amazon?
No.
Netflix, but it was on Amazon.
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots.
Oh, okay, good one, Christian.
Yeah, you fucking idiots. They're petitioning to cancel it on Netflix. It's not even on Netflix. That's on Amazon Prime.
No, keep protesting. That's good. Keep protesting.
They got 200,000 signatures.
That's good, because it's not even on that fucking platform.
The funniest shit, Netflix,
stupid motherfuckers.
Netflix came out and was like, yeah, sure.
No,
we won't make another fucking episode of this dumb show.
Oh, that's good. They shouldn't. I'm glad they, like, just agreed to disagree. Like, they didn't even point out, like, by the way,
fucking streaming platform, you idiots.
You need to get all those 200,000 people to sign a different petition against Amazon Prime now, because, like, instead of saying that,
but now you fucked up.
They fucked up, and instead of Netflix saying, like, to tell them to, like, that they fucked up, they're just like, okay, cool, yeah, no, that's fine, like, we totally agree.
Now
with
they feel like
logic.
they have a win,
and
but I'm sure they've
won.
seen it, because I've seen tons of
stories
just making fun of them.
Oh my god, they're fucking retarded.
So dumb.
And why I remember one of my, like, an early memory of mine, back when newspapers were still a thing. like people like burning Harry Potter books.
Yeah, I
and like
remember
seeing that in the newspapers.
Because it was witchcraft and
Dude,
satanic.
and like, dude, I remember everything was like when you're so oblivious to things when you're a kid. I remember like learning what racism was, but like I had a black friend when I was in 2nd grade, so I was like 8 years old. Met this black kid in my neighborhood, became best friends with him. And after I became friends with him, learned what racism was, and
then started hating.
And then started hating them. But like that's just so weird. Like you don't know. Like you learn those things. You 100% learn those.
Yeah.
You're not born that way. Obviously, everyone knows that. But it's super weird learning what that is.
I'm genuinely interested in this because I don't know how I feel about it. But there's like the idea that like sexuality is taught the same way you learn what racism is. Do you think if nobody told you what straight or gay was, you would be fucking dudes right now, too?
I think I would. It wouldn't be just dudes. It would be whoever I liked.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I think that's called pansexual or something like that.
Like people have given me a little bit of flack about it, but I definitely think if nobody told me what straight was...
I completely agree.
Like, if we grew up with no concept of what straight or gay was, and it was, like, no implications to be gay, you just would have, like... Yeah, fuck, why not get my dick sucked by a dude?
Get your dick sucked. Yeah, it's like whoever you care about and whoever you're attracted to. Like, I'm sure, like, we talked about this, I think, when we were really drunk on the patio. Like, yeah, I'm sure there'd be a couple people that were, like, super straight to where they...
Or super gay.
And they never would have experimented with one or the other, but I'm sure everybody would be with both. They would have tried things with both, and, like, whoever they fell in love with or cared about or just really wanted to see.
I'm straight... But I think my straight has been taught. Yeah. Like, I've been grown into a straight person. Because if you offered me...
But that's fucked up. Think about this.
If you offered me $2,000 to suck a dick right now, I'd do it.
Fuck it, yeah.
So how straight am I?
Yeah, right? True. That's true. And I completely agree with everything you're saying. But then if you flip the script and you're like... Being gay is taught too, because it's totally not. It's not taught. Being gay is not but I do
think it is a little now.
No, because like it's so like blasphemous or such a sin or like so frowned upon
to those people
to be gay and like not even today. It's getting better, but like in society, so it's like everyone's afraid to come out with certain families. Like my littlest brother is totally gay, and I don't think he ever has to come out to anybody because
which is like.
We know. It's like, you don't even have to say anything. We just know and we accept you.
Which I think is the wave of the future.
Because
my friend, who's a couple years older, like he's our age, a couple years older, had to go through that with coming out process. Mm-hmm. But your brother doesn't. And I think a lot of kids coming up nowadays, like gay people are so accepted in society that the whole coming out thing has kind of gone away in specific households. Because obviously if you grow up in a super religious household, you're still, like, it's going to be an issue. And there's still a lot of problems for gay people nowadays.
Right.
But it has become more accepting in society.
Like, I would actually be more caught off guard and surprised if he came out as straight. Or not, you don't even have to come out. That's super weird. Like, that's going to be a whole other phase where, like, people think you're gay and then you have to come out as straight. It's like, you guys, I have to tell you something, like,
I'm straight.
I'm straight.
Nate Bargatze, this really funny comedian, has this really funny joke about it where like he says like my gay friend told me the other day that I'll never know what it's like to come out to my parents, but that's not true because I came out to my parents the other day and they like I don't even remember the joke and I'm fucking it up so bad.
You're ruining it.
I'm so ruining it, but he's like I came out to my parents the other day. And then I had to tell him I was still straight the whole time. And so then I told him, you'll never know what it feels like to come out as straight, but then have to tell your parents come out as gay, but then flip it on your parents. I'm fucking up the joke so bad, and I feel bad.
But I kind of get what you're saying.
But he's also never going to hear this, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, maybe it'll catch
But it was a funny idea that, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, to come out.
We're going to drop that. Yeah, but come out as straight.
And yeah,
I'm so fucking bummed at myself for ruining that joke, and we're looking it up.
And well, like I do this all the time.
My phone's dead.
And here, use my fucking phone or use your computer.
I'll use my computer.
God,
I forgot my phone.
But like in like over the weekend, Big Al and I gave a couple pecks a couple times, but it was nothing like sexual or like anything like crazy. It's just like when bros get drunk. But if you think about it, a lot of times even when I feel like with girls, it's more acceptable to when like chicks kiss each other. Like even if you're just friends, they're totally straight, and then you kiss your girlfriend. then it's not weird. But like the homies kissing, it's so fucking like
people like, what are you, gay?
Yeah, like no, but like I think with my friend group, it's not weird. Like I've kissed so many people in my friend group.
I've kissed you, and I've gotten flat like from people I've told that. They're like, oh, what the fuck? Why would you kiss him? And it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, we're not doing it in
I'm
a
not
sexual
kissing
way.
you in a sexual way.
And like, it'd be one thing if you slipped me the tongue and I slipped you the tongue, and then we
kiss
started
my
grabbing
mom.
each other's dicks, and then we started fucking. But
I
obviously
kiss
that
my
never,
mom. It doesn't mean I want to fuck my mom.
Yeah, it doesn't escalate. It's always been a peck anytime I've ever kissed a friend.
Well, the other thing is certain countries have different rules on that. So there's like countries where dudes, like two friends, can just hold hands, and that's like just a show of affection, of like friendly affection.
Well, me and you could still hold hands, but it would be weird.
People would definitely give looks.
When a guy friend went and kissed each other, that's not okay.
That would be pretty weird.
Yeah, that is weird, but there's like boundaries.
Exactly. Why?
It's only weird because
there's boundaries
like
in relationships.
Okay, listen. Okay, say you were both single, and you were both straight, and you both have been friends forever, almost like your brother and sister. But like, it wouldn't be that weird if you did kiss and have like, and then you had.
That is a porno.
No, like think about it. Like you grew up. Listen, like you grew up with somebody.
Yeah.
That like had been your best friend forever, and you like it wouldn't be that weird. You're attracted to each other. Like it would be weird because it's like, okay, like what are we doing?
Well,
but then it's not that. I don't know.
Well, that comes from like the restriction. Oh, well, not the restrictions, but like the commitments you make within a relationship. Because like, imagine if, I mean, it's the same thing if two gay dudes were together, and then one of the guys went and kissed his friend.
And they were
who's
just
a guy.
And they're just friends.
But he kissed another guy. That's like, that's
right.
breaking boundaries within a relationship.
Yeah, that's true. Like
if I kiss Tino, that doesn't break.
I totally get what you're saying.
That's a platonic kiss.
Like Tyler and I.
Kiss Cynthia.
Dude, Tyler.
That's not a platonic kiss.
Oh, that would be fucked up. Even if you like, even though you're friends, we're friends, it would be so weird. That would be so weird. That's like.
But then again,
that is weird. That's fucked up.
In
I don't
other
think
cultures,
you can't go around that. No, that's fucking weird. If you kiss on the lips as a joke, whether you're drunk, it's so weird.
Only because we're Americans.
Yes.
And that's what's
acceptable
in our society.
Like,
because there's other societies where that's like acceptable.
Like I could arguably say Tyler and I were the most comfortable two people in our friend groups. Like he's the most comfortable person I'm around. Like we always will pee in cross streams next to each other in any situation, public or home bathrooms, and like will kiss in any time. Like, oh, it's funny. Like we used to play gay chicken when we were like 16, where you like go close to each other's lips and then you like see who's the last one to pull away. Oh, and everyone freaks out. It's all funny. Yeah. And now it's like such a normal, like not a big thing.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from like the joke of the kiss.
Yeah, but now it's like I would be down to like give him a little peck. Like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, and like it's like not. There's nothing behind it at all.
Yeah.
It's like I think there's always like some sort of like comedy or like joke or like some bit behind it.
But you couldn't kiss.
But I would never do that to his fucking fiance.
No.
That'd be so weird. And I've known her for years too, and we've been friends. But like, obviously, we've never.
Well, I think that's social.
There's
that's
no
social
bond.
implications.
Even and then here's another example. I've known Tasha forever. I've known Tyler Clark forever, and I was friends with them separately for years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they became a relationship.
A couple, yeah.
But obviously, I totally never would do anything with Clark. But also, I've never wanted to be in a relationship with Tasha either. And there's been moments like in time where she's been like with different dudes. And, but she's been with so many of my friends, but we've always just stayed as just homies. And have never done anything weird like that where like, oh, like I'm going to give you a fucking kiss, even if as a joke or as friends. And that would be even weirder to do it now that they're together. Yeah. Like my homie who I grew up with, and Tasha, who I've known since like late middle school.
It just comes from like social boundaries that like
you just don't do that.
Societies put on relationships. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't kiss any of your friends.
Exactly.
It's like
and I wouldn't kiss any of yours.
And kissing is just a weird thing anyway, because it's like half the time when I do kiss my homies, it is as like a joke. Or I'm wasted. And I usually do remember. There's been one dude kiss that I don't remember. It was this kid Christian. I remember I kissed Big Al that night, and I kissed Tyler that night. Both on camera, both was funny, and it was both around a group of people. So I wonder if I do it for the attention or the shock value. But then I heard the next day that I kissed another dude who he's not attractive at all. Not like, even if I were gay, I would never.
Christian Ramirez?
Christian, no, Victor, he's big dude.
Christian's fat.
Yeah,
the Mexican
Christian Ardiarno.
Oh, is that? I thought his last name was Ramirez for some reason.
But there's another Christian Ramirez, and he's Mexican also.
Is he fat?
No. But he's not fat, and he had the shaved head in high
school.
That's
yeah. See, I'm thinking of somebody else, but I know the Christian
I'm talking about. He's a big boy.
He's Tyler's friend. They work
Tyler's
together.
He's my friend too, but I guess I kissed him that night. Don't remember. I was fucking blacked out. I honestly didn't believe them, but they keep saying I did.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, well, I wonder what the fucking mindset was behind that. But I guess because I was blacked out. But, like, I don't know the logic behind kissing your homie. I could easily kiss a friend if I'm fucking sober.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, a big deal. I've never done it to where, like, I was
the
sexually
thing is,
attracted
I'm
to my
so
friend.
comfortable with my sexuality that I know I can kiss a guy without, like, having my sexuality questioned by myself personally.
And I've even, like, I've honestly
Fuck what anybody else thinks if I
just
kiss my friend for shits and giggles because it's funny, because it's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's like,
I remember
I've never done it, but like, oh, I care about you so much, bro, but we're still straight, but I care about you.
And then a kiss, but it's always, like, kind of funny. I remember the first time we kissed, because we've kissed.
Yeah, I think it was at a party in
we were
garage.
just hanging out. No, we were hanging out in your house, and you were going somewhere. You were like, either you were just going outside or you're going upstairs or you were leaving. But you're like, okay, I'm out of here. And I was like, okay. And I was sitting in your chair in your, like, the big room downstairs.
Okay, yeah,
I was sitting in one of the chairs. And then you were, like, getting ready to leave. And I was like, okay, bye, baby. As a joke. And then, like, went, like, a kiss. And you came down and kissed. Like, I think even you went down to kiss and then we both laughed about it. And we were like, ah. And I was like, we didn't even kiss. And they're like, what if we did kiss?
I don't remember this at all. That's amazing. I believe it.
Completely sober.
I totally believe it.
Like, we went in for a kiss and then laughed about it, but then everyone else laughed about it, and then we actually did kiss.
Oh, my God. That's amazing,
And then you left somewhere. I don't even remember. But
oh, dude. I wish I actually remembered that. That's so funny. That was probably so... Like,
that
was probably totally early high school, I feel like.
I think we were definitely seniors. Or maybe first year out of high school.
Oh, well, then I definitely... Because like, I didn't drink my first 2 years of high school at all.
We definitely... Yeah, then it must have been like a year out of high school.
Oh, okay, because then I started
And we might have been drinking. It might have been a party.
But we weren't, like, wasted or anything. Like,
there was only, like 5 or 6 people there. We might have been drinking.
A little kickback.
Honestly,
that's funny. That's a funny story, because, like, we went in for the kiss, backed out, laughed, and then like, nah, fuck it. Give me a kiss.
Yeah.
And it's always been, like... For me, it's always been like a peck, but not even the like mwah. Yeah. Like you don't even give the sound at the end. It's always been like you touch. It's literally you're just touching lips with nothing, no emotion, and not even still to people.
Yeah.
In this fucking society, I get like in our friend group, that's like, oh my God. Like imagine if you did that around like other gay dudes, and like you fucking like 2 straight dudes kiss, like how we do as a joke. But then there's and then there's gay dudes. They'd probably think that's almost offensive.
I have one of my childhood best friends who's gay. Let's kiss in front of him. If we're ever all hanging out,
and
we'll
like
just kiss
like as if we're gay.
Just like okay, I'm gonna throw a party. This is what
if he fucking wants to fuck after? I mean, who cares?
He might want to fuck you. Me and him have like, we are like family. Mm-hmm. There's no, like, there would never be anything between us. We grew up kind of as cousins, because, like, so my sister is married to his uncle. And they've been dating since we were, like, 7. I met him when we were 8 because, like, my sister and his uncle were like, oh, I have a nephew that's the same age as your brother. They should hang out. And we started hanging out, and we've been friends. We hung out on a weekly basis for like years. He's one of my closest childhood friends, and we didn't talk for years, but like it's one of those friendships that no matter what, like however long you haven't seen each other, the second you're with each other, it's exactly the same.
Like, I love that.
There's
fucking absolutely love that.
Like awkwardness between us. The second we see each other, we click. It's like
I fucking love that.
It's a lifelong friendship that will never die.
Like, Tyler and I are like that. Sometimes we could go months.
Exactly.
And then you see each other, but it doesn't feel weird. See, I feel that, but I feel the opposite. Like, I hate to throw him out, but, like, Alan, like, I don't see him for months or even closer to almost a year. Like, okay, my friend, but like I'll feel weird with him when we get back because he's not the super socialist person. Like he's not like super like talkative. So like when you go a long time without seeing him, I mean, and I hate to say this about you, but like I can get super talkative with you, but it's usually because alcohol will be involved. Like,
but I think even before we started drinking, we were super talkative. You're one person that I've always feel like I can have a conversation with.
Of course.
Super easily.
Oh yeah, of course. But even if like I
don't know. I also don't think we've had that long of time apart where like a friendship could deteriorate.
Yeah, no.
We've never had that.
Because if we did, then we wouldn't be here today.
Well, no. What I'm saying, I don't know if we have that.
We haven't had that test.
Lifelong connection because we've never had it tested. Is what I'm saying. Because
I've
always seen you like
every few months at the most.
Like at most, I haven't seen you for 2 or 3 months.
And then you happen to like we'll see each other.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that. And I hate saying this, but I'm just gonna be honest. Like, we see each other once a week, but I feel like every time I come to see you after that 1 week, we show up, we're sober, like, hey, what's up? Like, because we're here to do a podcast. But I also love hanging out and talking with you. But it's like we're to come and talk, and I want to bullshit with you because that's what we do best with each other. Like, I feel like we love watching movies together and bullshitting together. Yeah. And anything in between. I don't want to make you feel bad, but it's like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like when I come over, like it's like for the first like 5 minutes, I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, hey, how's it going, man? Like, how's your week been? How's life? And you're like,
I think it's because you show up in like
just weird
at
times.
my house. Well, like I think it's because recently you've shown up at my house and it's been like my mom's here or whatever. But I feel like if I go over to your house and we go to hang out, we don't have that like awkward introduction.
I think that's probably it because like I'm in my comfort zone at my own house or like at a
we're coming here to
party.
Do like a work project.
Yeah, and
so
then,
it's a little
like I show up and it's like, hey, what's up?
But
and we're not go straight into it.
But if I go to pick you up to hang out, I don't feel like that same awkwardness is there. But what I was gonna say is like you were one of the people that I can just have a conversation with, which is why I picked you to do this thing with me. Is because anytime we're together,
both just love talking.
We can just every conversation we have very fluid conversations. Even if we do have an awkward first step back into it, if we haven't seen each other for like 4 or 5 months, and we have an awkward first step, it's like 2 seconds in, you're like, have you seen this shit?
Yeah, and then
dude, I've seen that shit.
It takes one word to be able to like trigger a fucking landslide of conversation. Yeah, which is awesome. And then there's some friends that doesn't ever happen. I feel like usually with friends that I haven't seen. Yeah, with
Alan, we'll pick Alan for an example. Me and Alan won't have that same thing. We aren't like the same on the same conversational level that me and you are. Me and Alan's one of my best friends I've ever had.
Oh, I know.
But, like...
That's the thing, because, like,
it's not the same friendship that me and you have. You were one of, like, the specific friends where it's, like, super conversation. Like, we just click conversationally.
Yeah, you're the only friend that I would have been, like... I never would have been like, oh, I want a podcast, because I never wanted to do a podcast before. It's like, oh, I love listening to podcasts, but I never had, like, a friend who would want to do it or had the motivation or who I thought we could, like, last with.
You were one of my friends whose conversations I cherish. Dude, when I can have an hour-long conversation with you, like, that's what I crave. Like, me and Alan, we can sit in a room for an hour and not say a word to each other. It's not like a dog on our type of friendship. That's just the kind of friends we're so comfortable with each other. Yeah. We don't have to talk.
That's what I was going to say. You're better friends in a way than me and you are. Because I know, and there was a moment in time when you guys were attached at the hip, which is fucking awesome. I love that type of friendship to where, like, you can just hang out and not say a word to each other and you just enjoy each other's presence. That's kind of how Tyler and I are.
Exactly.
We'll fucking kick it, whether it's a Thursday night, a fucking Saturday evening, or whatever, and we don't got shit going on.
Yeah. And me and you might not have that exact same friendship, but me and you have a different friendship where it's like...
To when we do see each other, it's fucking nonstop talking. Yeah, and, just, like, we want to, like, see each other.
I appreciate that just as much as I appreciate that same friendship I have with Alan. Yeah. It's just a friendship expressed differently.
And, like, that's how it is with other friends. Like, like my friend Landon, like, we would want to do more, like, activity themed things like going rock climbing or slacklining and like other like go out and like do that sort of thing. And Tyler, like, we can literally go and hang out, watch movies, and not do anything, not say shit to each other, drink beers, and like he's not even like a liquor drinker, so we'll just be drinking beers and just sitting either in my room or his room, and we did that when we were younger kids, and back when we'd have sleepovers. He would just come over to my house maybe after school, or if we had like time off of school, you'd come over, and we'd just chill in my bed and watch TV, play video games, not say shit to each other. He didn't even like video games, actually. So it's a weird thing with Tyler and I, to where we
different kind of friendship.
We can kick it without talking, and then it'll still be like
it doesn't feel awkward even if you're not talking.
Sometimes I don't even know how we have such a relationship, because like we have so many things that are so opposite. Yeah. And over the years, we've even grown further apart, because the one thing that brought us together was blockheads and filming. Yeah. And now it's like, I don't even know what really ties us together, other than we were just fucking born to be friends, you know,
it's
Kyler
just
and Tyler.
Weird, even if it's not like
known him since first grade,
dude. Yeah.
Known him since fucking first grade. We've always lived 4 houses apart from each other.
Well, I have that similar relationship with my friend Joe, where like our interests have gone so far apart, but every time we're together, it's still like, oh, we're still friends. And that's what, like, I can never be, like, I'm going to restart that sentence. I can't comprehend people who are only friends with people because they like the same shit.
Yeah. Everybody has opposite interests.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine, like, oh, I don't hang out with them because they don't, like the same shit as me. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Me and Alan have almost none of the same interests.
Dude, that's like me and Tino.
Me and Tino too.
Yeah,
me and Tino are opposite people. We have none of the same interests. I can't sit down for an hour and have the same, like, connectivity that me and you are having within this conversation.
That's interesting.
But me and Tino, I love Tino to death. But me and him can't sit down and have the same,
that would be a good
bonding
experiment. To have, I know what you're saying, have like one of our other friends, whether it be Tino, Alan, or Tyler, and we switch. So like, okay, so instead of me and you being in front of each other, which I kind of like, the idea of bringing a guest, it's like, okay, it's cool to switch up. It sounds fun, but in my mind, I'm like, what if it changes the whole chemistry? What if it fucks everything up? What if it's awkward? That's why obviously me and you drink.
Well, I think if I put just me and Alan on this mic, and no offense to Alan. Alan's one of my favorite people alive. I love Alan to death.
But it wouldn't go, it wouldn't pick
up.
But,
we couldn't have this if it was me and Alan.
And I'm legitimately trying to think of another friend. I think the only person I think I could do this with would maybe be Damon, because he does podcasts. He's done them for years before we have.
So he has
he has that talking ability to keep a conversation going. But other friends, if it would just be me and one other friend in front of me, and without
imagine Tyler in this hot seat.
Yeah, and
and how would that podcast go?
We had to depend on each other. Dude, he's so awkward. He's the most awkward person when it comes to confrontation. He's gotten better. He's gotten so much better. But one time, here's a specific scenario. We were filming a thing where I was Santa Claus on a kneeboard getting dragged throughout the streets in the neighborhood, just throughout our going back and forth, and he accidentally whipped me around and I hit my face into the back of a fucking car, one of our neighbors' cars, and broke their tail light out with my fucking dome. It was kind of his fault because he was fucking in charge of it. He was driving me around. I told him to take it easy on the turnarounds, and he fucking swung my ass. So it was me, Mitch, and Tyler. As soon as I broke that taillight and we found out, oh shit, this is bad. This was a few days before Christmas. We got to confront these neighbors. And these people were right in front of Tyler's house. So Tyler, what he do, instead of coming with Mitch and I to confront these people and be like, hey, we'll pay for your broken taillight. I'm so sorry. We were filming this thing and it was an accident. Tyler shut down and was like, I gotta be somewhere. And he fucking drove off. He let go. He left us within a few minutes after. He's like, I have somewhere to be. And then I talked about it with him years later. He's like, yeah, dude, I had nowhere to be. I was just so awkward. I just didn't want to fucking deal with that confrontation of the public oh, hey, we broke your taillight. Yeah. And he's been like that with anything with I guess ordering food at a restaurant, or
I definitely
talking to people.
I sympathize with that a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but it's come on, guy, we were on this together, and you're just gonna ditch us. Yeah. So that's why I feel also that's why it wouldn't be so great, because with podcasts sometimes there are lulls in the conversation, and you have to think of something out of the fucking air and be like, oh, hey, what about this? And then that kind of starts a whole nother thing. But I don't know if I could do that with any other close friends that I am nowadays.
I don't think I could pick any friend. Like me and my friend Drew, who I mentioned before. We have great
He's the really
conversations.
talkative one, the really charismatic kid that went to go to California. Or no,
that's Dylan. I actually maybe could do a podcast.
I feel like you could do it with Dylan.
I do think I could do a podcast
He's super charismatic, enthusiastic. Yeah. I feel like you
and maybe it's something where it's like, me, you, and Dylan all do kind of want to be in the entertainment industry, so it's kind of like we have that impulse in us. But I was going to say my friend Drew, who's my gay friend who I've known since we were like 8 or 9. Like, me and him can have, literally, we went, remember that other night when I asked you to go to Sam Tripoli?
Okay, yeah.
At Wise Guys?
Uh-huh.
I ended up going with him. And we went and we came back here, and he had an entire bottle of tequila.
Hell yeah.
How
smashed was he?
Well, we took a couple shots before the show and whatever, and then we came home and we were like, let's do another shot, and then we'll go out and have, like, a cigarette, and then you'll bounce. And we ended up, it was like 12 o'clock is when we're like, yeah, let's just come out with me when we have a smoke. We'll do a shot, and then we'll smoke, and you'll bounce. And we ended up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting on that front porch. We finished the entire bottle of tequila.
Right.
And we just sat there and talked forever. There was no lull in the conversation. We just talked forever. But I don't think he's a person that could have next to me in front of, like, in your spot in this podcast talking forever. I mean, we have great conversations, but they're also so personal that it's not something that, like...
Dude, I admitted to you that I fucking got walked in on, basically, by my grandma after I was jerking off. Like,
well, that's not what I mean by personal.
I was like, oh, okay. Ooh.
It's such a closeness in our relationship that we can talk forever, but it's also not something... It's not because we're trying to get something... We've had conversations, me and you, where we've been like, that could have been a podcast.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why you wanted to start this. Because, and I honestly,
me and Drew have had conversations where it gets so off the rails, I don't think it could be a podcast, but it's like, he's a person that we've never had a long conversation, but the conversation isn't something that I think we could put out. Mm-hmm. It's something that's so personal and, like, intimate between our friendship.
Something that wouldn't maybe necessarily be interesting to other people?
Exactly. Okay. It's so personal to our friendship that nobody else is going to want to hear about. We got into some weird shit about whatever, like God, about sexuality.
That's funny because that's literally the same thing we've been talking about. I'm like, maybe we should have this guy on.
I'll definitely have him as a guest. Yeah, he'll be an amazing guest. Mm-hmm. But it's somebody who's like, our conversations are so intertwined with our friendship that nobody else gives a fuck.
True.
Versus ours, which we've had conversations with, like, oh, that was just a fucking podcast we just did without recording it.
Yeah, like, all the time. And, like...
you were the only friend that I thought, like, oh, I could do a podcast.
So many conversations, and then ever since we've been doing them, I feel like the conversations even leading up before the podcast, I almost want to, like, zip my lips, but my brain is firing off so many different ways, and I have so much, like, the worst ADHD that, like, I wouldn't be able to remember that conversation. I have to write every little thing down, which I forget to even write down. It's such a...
Should we take this shot that we poured forever ago?
Yes, I've been waiting.
I know, so I was like, we've both been touching it on and off, like grabbing it ready to take it. All right, here we fucking go. Let's get a nice clink in there.
All right, in front of me. 1, 2. That was the wussiest clink. I feel like try it again. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Gotta spill some vodka. Nice. But yeah, I don't know.
Smooth as a fucking bag of nails, dog.
I was going to say, if we're on the same topic, smooth as a bag of nails.
Thank you for appreciating that after.
Jesus. That's how I am with, like, almost any liquor. Like, drinking
it can be rough, man.
And
I did not want to get this drunk. This podcast, I was like, I'll get buzzed, but I don't want to get that drunk. I am so fucking drunk right now.
Yeah, and, like, alcohol's known as, like, a social lubricant to, like, that's why we talk so much. And so I was almost wondering, like...
Can we talk about something?
Yeah, but, like, I was wondering if it would be as good. Like, what if we did a podcast, what if we did an episode where we didn't touch alcohol?
Let's try it next time.
It'd be... Dude, I wouldn't want to.
No, we're doing it.
It's so fun to just drink and talk with you.
Well, it is fun, but like, I also think...
I feel like if we did a sober one, it'd be cut so short. Like 30 to 45
I don't think so.
Yeah, unless we got, like,
I don't think we need alcohol. Because we've definitely had these exact same conversations. Oh, yeah. I mean, we have been drinking, but I don't want to say we're drunk.
Yeah. And
we're gonna try it.
We
next
definitely
time.
could.
Next time we're trying it without any drinking.
Just no alcohol, and then see if we can keep it up.
I think
Because that's what I was feeling. Because you were saying you and your friend Drew drank the whole thing of tequila and had a 3-hour, up till 3 in the morning talking. I feel like I could probably do that with other friends, depending on how drunk. You know who would be a good one? Who actually I think maybe I could do one with like one-on-one. Not saying I would want to do without you, but is Big Al. He's pretty interesting. I could like.
I've never had that prolonged of a conversation with
Big Al. Maybe Landon, but like I'm trying to think if we could do it alone, like how you were saying, without you or me. But like we also have that kind of like leader mentality to where you would have to take the reins as a podcast host. If it starts to get dry or if there's a lull in conversation, you have to take the reins and like you have to have things ready to talk about.
Well, the thing I was gonna say though, I don't think we need alcohol. I think what?
Yes.
I want to go bungee jumping naked in Latvia. Okay?
What? That's so fucking
All right,
random.
Let's go.
Bungee jumping naked in Latvia.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
She saw that on Facebook. That's
on Pinterest.
Anyway, I think that our flow in conversation just comes from us in general. Obviously, alcohol is a lubricant.
Do you have to pee at all?
If you need to pee, go pee.
I need to pee. If you want to keep chilling or...
Go pee. We'll just keep it rolling. No, we'll just keep it rolling. I'll just...
If you have to edit anything or...
I'll just definitely not talk shit about you.
Wait. No, I'll stay in here. I'll pee in the bottle like I did last time.
That's what you want to do, yeah, man.
I enjoy that.
I know you get kicks out of that. I think we could have a podcast sober. It's just, this is fun.
Yeah, it makes it fun. Yeah, it's like...
Because we've been sober and had these exact same conversations.
It's like when people say like you don't need alcohol to have fun. It's like yeah, you don't, but it
also so much fun.
It helps.
Doug Stanhope has one of my favorite bits about that. I think this is the third podcast. I think the first one though is the one that we aren't gonna release.
All right.
It's the very, very first one we ever did, the test one.
Had fun in my life in recent years, even a couple weekends ago. I had so much fun, and I was dead sober, and I was having a genuinely good time. Like I agree, you don't need alcohol to have a good time, but I definitely think. Oh yeah, Doug, I think I know what you're talking about. Like
yeah, I've showed you that.
You can be doing nothing, dude. I'm filling this bottle up,
dude.
Are
you gonna fucking not have enough room?
No, I think there might be barely.
What bottle is that?
To the top.
That's such an insane amount of pee. Is that how much we pee every time?
No, definitely no, dude. Definitely not. Look how much pee. I just filled this whole fucking...
Oh, I smell it.
This whole bottle. That is a lot of pee, dude. That is genuinely...
We'll take a picture of that.
Okay, we'll take a picture
post it on the Instagram. Follow us at ADHD Podcast on Instagram.
That is genuinely a lot of fucking piss, dude.
Yeah. We're definitely... No, I think we missed that one. We did. You started laughing. We have to get that... That's so much piss.
Dude, that is like... Because I can definitely
I'll give you the Instagram information tonight.
Yeah, sometimes you pee and it's like that much of like a little Gatorade bottle.
I don't know. I don't piss in bottles enough to know how much a normal amount in a side of a bottle is.
I wouldn't say this is normal. This is definitely a generous amount.
You filled that Pendleton bottle with
full.
Piss.
This is huge.
Do you know a running gag?
Huge.
You know, I told you I was listening to the Gus and Eddie podcast the other day. Or I have been a lot lately. They have a running gag where they say, like, because they film their podcast. Yeah, that's the only way I've watched it.
I want to do that on one YouTube. Of these days.
So
it'd be fun. It'd be cool.
And I think it's because of this podcast.
And one of the, like, doing this, peeing into a fucking bottle and shit.
Well, we definitely can't show that. Well, we can show it from angles, but the thing they do is they give shit to their audio listeners. So they have a running gag where they'll do something like where they're pissing a bottle and it's funny, and they'll be like, For you audio listeners, we just pissed in a bottle. Fuck you, audio listeners. Like,
So
come on, you pieces of
They
shit.
just talk shit on the only audio listeners.
Yeah, because they film their podcast, so it's like, fuck you guys for not watching.
It's like, what's the point of like filming? That's the thing is like
they'll open mail, so they'll open boxes they got of like whatever people decided to send them, and they'll be like, yeah, fuck you, audio listeners. I think it's such a funny running gag in their show.
It's almost like, yeah, if you are filming it, then what's the point of like it's hard, dude. Sometimes I'll be listening to like
I don't
Rogan.
feel like our podcast relies on that
visual.
too heavily.
No, our podcast isn't very
like,
visual.
I mean, today I think has been the most one.
It's been the most
we
visual.
like.
We listen to videos and like we show each other.
But again,
videos.
we can't really show those because of copyright issues.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I've noticed Joe Rogan even has like way dumbed down like him like showing clips. I feel like I was watching something the other day.
Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. God damn it! Fucking, I'm drunk. YouTube has cracked down on that shit.
Yeah, because like I used to love like sometimes I'll just get after work I'll get in bed, turn on a Rogan podcast and sit and watch it for 2 hours. I'll just sit there and watch and listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Like I love to listen to podcasts when I'm working because it kind of like you can just listen and do your shit. But if they do film their podcast, I feel like why not? There's been so many times where I've loved to want to like watch Bill Burr do his podcast because I think it'd be funny.
This mic is so fucking good. I heard my dog Bo, for those audio listeners, fuck you audio listeners.
Oh.
We only have audio listeners.
Yeah.
We're not filming this. I heard Bo's collar jingling before he came into the room.
So you're like looking over, waiting to see him.
I literally was like, oh, I want to pet my dog. Where is he? And he wasn't in the room yet, but I was hearing him through the headphones of him jingling. Which is so crazy.
You could take a shot of this Pendleton.
No, motherfucker, I'm not drinking your piss.
But what if it was your own piss?
No.
You're so
It's never
piss.
gonna happen. No, I'm just
smell it.
not gonna happen.
Smell it.
No, get the fuck out of my face.
Just smell it.
It's warm to the
Just smell
touch.
it. Just give it a whiff. Just give it a whiff.
No.
Come on. Please, just...
You're never
Actually, I can't smell it.
You're never gonna get me with peer pressure.
Come on. That's like your thing now, to not get got with peer pressure.
No, it's always been my thing.
Well, it's your thing, but like, I know it's your thing now, but like, come on.
No!
My thing is peer pressure.
I don't give a shit. My thing is not succumbing to that.
But like, you've had to have succumbed to some peer pressure, whether it was like that you knew it was or not.
The peer pressure I've only succumbed to is things I've wanted to do before they started telling me to do it.
That's fair.
But the thing is, I'm so against, like, if you try to get me to do something...
You're like a hipster against peer pressure.
No, I am a...
Yes.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of the word, but fuck you.
Because you're like
I'm so
against...
anti-authority.
Like,
that
you're
if
not
you
even
try
like...
to tell me what to do, I will not do it.
I mean, like, it's like I'm trying to be like a dick about like telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to like go fucking mow the lawn. It's like, just stay away from my piss, dude. Like,
if you had maybe come with it at that perspective the first time, I might have. But no, I don't want to smell your piss. There's no interest in me wanting to smell your piss.
Because like when I do things like this, like peer pressure, it's like I'm not like. It's just like, oh, it'd be funny, dude. Come on, like I don't know, like you don't have like obviously.
I
you don't
guess
have to,
for
but
content.
For content.
For content. And this isn't because you told me.
I know.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain it to everyone.
Okay.
This isn't because he told me to, but then I realized this might be kind of funny for the people listening to the.
That's what I was trying to say before.
Well, you weren't saying that.
I wasn't saying that, but that's why I do it. I mean, that's why I do it when we're filming on camera.
Okay. Well, this is kind of lackluster because this definitely doesn't smell like piss.
That's why I know. That's what I was trying to tell you.
You still will never. Oh, I smell it now.
Goes back for
I
third
take
whiff.
a deeper breath. Because I'm not scared to smell your piss. It's only because you told me to.
That's why I think it's like it's almost like
I'm
that's
so
like
anti-authority that if you tell me to do something, I'm not. But then I realized for the content, it's kind of funny. But again, like unless I breathe super deep, that doesn't smell like piss. It also doesn't look like piss. We'll post it.
It's
on
very
our
clear.
Instagram.
Literally, that looks like alcohol.
Yeah. So if you guys want to
you could buy
this. Yeah, we'll sell this.
It's my piss. You might even get a little drunk.
We're getting enough followers.
I've been drinking for the past like 3 days now. Like, there might be some alcohol still in there.
If you guys want to see this, by the time this is posted, we'll have our Instagram be public. So we'll definitely post a picture of this.
Fuck it. Listen here, folks. We'll do a video of me drinking some of it.
And then we'll post it on our Instagram.
Post it.
So follow our Instagram.
So I pressed record.
Oh, you are. We're already recording.
We're recording.
Okay.
Okay, so this is. I had to take a pee break, but I hate taking breaks because I have a fear of missing out. So
yeah.
This is genuine KV piss.
100% guaranteed. We're not faking this. Oh, that sound of the mic.
That was
terrible.
super salty, actually. But I don't have a problem with drinking my own piss. Never have, never will.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that is 100% guaranteed. Not
Pendleton. Yeah,
not Pendleton. I wish we could write urine on that, but it's never gonna happen. This is gonna be the worst video of all time. We're definitely gonna have to cut this for Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll stop the video there and we'll just cut it where you finish drinking, and we'll cut it because we don't need a explanation bullshit. God, I'm fucking drunk.
I've always had not always, okay, I would say within like, I don't know, I've never had like a huge problem. I think my earliest years of drinking piss, I didn't even know. I just
tried explaining this to somebody, and I don't remember who, of you drinking your own piss.
Yeah, it's like
who
not a problem.
Who the fuck was I explaining that to? And they were so like grossed out and dumbfounded. Yeah, definitely dumbfounded. I was like, he doesn't give a shit.
It's not that bad. It's not that I enjoy it. I don't do it often. I only do it to get reactions out of people. But when I do it, I'm not gagging. I'm not like, it's not hard to do. The only way it would be hard to do if I drank like only soda for like a whole week straight, no water, and was just like the fucking
taste bad. Yeah,
it was the orangest fucking piss. This is almost clear. This piss
every single piss you've ever done into a bottle on our podcast, which is now.
It's been a few times. Like three times maybe.
Well, 2 on podcasts that will be released. You did it on the very, very first one that we did as a test run.
Yeah.
That we don't plan on releasing.
It's always been clear, right?
It's been so fucking clear. I'm jealous of your clearness.
And I wouldn't say I'm necessarily super hydrated. I try to be. But also, like, for me, whenever I get drunk,
Louie!
It, like, flushes.
What the fuck are you doing? My dog was just in some shit in my garage, sorry.
It flushes all the fucking water out of you, right? So it's like, whenever I'm drinking, my pee is almost fucking water clear anyway, so it's not even like a big deal. It doesn't taste like almost anything, and it just freaks everybody else out. And it's like, honestly, kind of a funny party trick, which is super dumb. It's like it really is, because I enjoy peeing into bottles. It's somewhat of a thrill to me. Not really a thrill at all. It's just like, instead of walking to the bathroom, I'm just gonna fucking pee into this bottle real quick and throw it away. And then if I'm really feeling edgy, I'll take a swig, and then people freak the fuck out.
It's pretty fucking gross. I'll give you that.
I mean, I'm not gonna try it, guy.
Not gonna try it, guy.
Should we?
Do you want to take another shot? I'm pretty shithouse, but the podcast is almost done, so I don't give a fuck.
And then I have to drive home.
How are you feeling, though?
Well, every time we do this, after we end the podcast, I always wait until I'm feeling, like, more drivable. I literally live, like, 3...
More drivable.
I'm
feeling very drivable right now.
No, but I don't live that far from you. I literally live, like, 3 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't live far at all. So it's like, that's not... I'm saying that's an excuse to drink and drive.
This is why we need to live together. Because then we could do this podcast, get your house, and never worry about that.
There is an extra room at my house.
We'll take this as the podcast ends, which will be in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, this is the ender. Dude, that's what we should do. We should take a shot.
We'll take the shot at the end. We've got a couple of minutes.
When it's getting ready to end. Where are we at right now?
We're at 2:22, and I want to go to 2:25. So we've got like 3 minutes.
2 hours? No, it's 2:22.
No, sorry. I skipped the 1 hour 22 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so we're at the 1 hour.
I can't believe we've done this to where it's gone to 2 hours.
Actually,
or even like 3 hours.
I know, this feels like the longest one.
This one's felt really long. Maybe it's because we talk so quick and have gone back and forth. But we haven't gone on so many different subjects. But usually when this happens, we're like, we're about to almost an hour and a half. And then we hit some random subject. And then we're like,
gone
for boom. And then we go for another 45 minutes.
Which is probably what would happen if we didn't set our limit to like 1 hour.
What normally
we'll do 1:30.
Yeah.
We'll have... we got time.
What normally happens too is we'll take a break. We're like, time for a refill, time for a piss break. But we have all the refill we need, and we had a bottle for me to piss in.
Yeah.
And there's another bottle. There's a few back there for you to pee in if you feel like you need to.
I mean, I want to piss in the next couple of minutes, but
Do you want to?
No. I don't need to. I
was hoping you would say you want to. I want to see you pee in that bottle, baby. Maybe that's my fetish.
Is watching dudes piss in bottles?
No, I actually don't
care
about...
Do you have a fetish?
I feel like I do.
What is it?
It's not like an extreme crazy fetish. It's not like feet or like people dressed up as animals.
I don't think feet is that crazy of a
fetish. Like a thing that you get off in porn. Like a thing that you have to get off in porn that's like usually your
like
thing.
Specifically a fetish.
It's not like I wouldn't say it's a fetish then.
What is it?
It's like a thing that I like to get off. It was like, and it's pretty fucked up. Is like girls getting like throat fucked, or like.
I think that could technically. I don't know. I think that would fall in like the rule of like just rough sex. So I don't think that would be like
it's like, but like the rougher the better for me. It's like fucking rough throat fucking like
legitimately like tears streaming down faces.
Oh yeah. The more struggle.
So I guess that would be
the more struggle, the better.
I don't think
But I would never want to do that to anybody. That's the thing. I've never wanted to, or have ever asked, or have even attempted to throat fuck anybody.
Yeah.
Or want like. But it's like when I'm trying to get off to jerking off, like it's like you go so far into like
cash money though. I will put cash money on the table that if a chick let you do that to her, you would be all about.
Oh yeah, if a girl was like, hey, I feel like I would rebuttal with like cash money bet that any guy would say, fuck yeah, let me throw a fuck you. If a bit of a virgin, if a fucking girl went up to a virgin and was like, I want you to fucking thrust your cock into my throat. This is your first time, he would do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but like...
But, you're saying that it's not like a physical, actual fetish you like to do, but I think that's just because it has never arose in your actual sexual encounters.
Well, and that's another thing, is I don't really like watching anal porn at all.
Neither do I.
Anal porn does not get me off.
No.
But what I was about to say, which is this is super personal and fucked up, is like, if it's anal porn where it's amateur, and it's more like, there's more like...
Hey!
There's more like, this is gonna sound super fucked up, but it's super honest. Sorry, Caden's dogs are barking.
Oi! Dogs!
Like...
Bo!
Okay, so this
is... Look how much that blew up.
This is gonna come from like a super rapey, like creepy fucking point of view.
God, I fucking hate my dog.
Okay.
Keep going.
I fucking don't like watching anal videos. And I honestly don't. I try to stray away from as much as fake porn as possible, which is almost 90% of porn is super fake. But like when you see throat fucking, how can you fake throat fucking? You're fucking jamming your cock down some chick's throat. Like, and that's 90% of the time, that's super fucked up, and nobody wants that other than the dude. Like, if a girl actually likes that and gets off on that, she is a sick puppy.
Yeah.
But when I was say with anal, I don't like watching it. But the rare times I do, it's usually when it's a struggle or like when it's like amateur.
God, a struggle.
Like when it's yeah, it's creepy, right? But
creepy.
But when it's like not like when it's like when it doesn't go right in. When it's like when it's like amateur. I love like amateur is way better anyway. Like
amateur porn's the shit. Fuck super.
Because it's more relatable.
Porn.
Like the guy usually has a smaller dick. He's usually more out of shape. It doesn't go in right away.
Yeah.
The positions aren't great. The best thing about it is usually the chicks aren't moaning their fucking tits off. I hate when the chicks are like screaming off the top of their lungs. I'm like, this is so fake. Like I'd rather have a chick in porn be silent.
I like watching people
like when they're
fuck.
quiet. Like when they're quiet and it's like normal fucking. Like they're not always like screaming off the. I don't know. Maybe it's weird.
I like watching people fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like watching somebody make a porno.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's great. Like it amateur is way better. That's what I was saying with anal. Because like
it's more relatable because
anal's never easy anyway. So like I'd rather watch it to see. Be like, oh yeah, this is a.
So the struggle isn't the chick struggling
to like,
but it's a struggle to do anal. I get
anal.
Okay, when you said it the first time, it was way creepier because it made it sound like a rapey thing.
No, definitely.
No. Now.
What I was gonna say, okay, it's 50-50. I'll have to be honest. I have to be honest. Sometimes when it's in those really fucked up videos, it's like okay, when the guy goes to do it, it's like super painful, and she's like, fuck, like that sucks.
You know what I actually like to watch? I don't watch this to get off.
Like, come on, like I'm being honest here. So it's like everybody else, I know people have watched fucked up shit, and then
everyone watches way fucked up shit.
And then after that, they feel so bad. Like,
but
fuck
you know what
I'm
I
gonna
like
be
to
honest
watch
about what I watch. I'm gonna be honest.
You know what I like to watch, and I don't watch this to get off. I watch this because it's funny. I like watching when it's like outtakes of porn.
Yeah,
where
and they
the
accidentally
dude
stick it in the girl's
accidentally
ass.
sticks
Yeah,
it into
I've
the
watched a few
asshole.
outtakes. And I definitely don't watch those to
funniest
get out. I've watched
fucking
those
thing to me.
as a joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the wrong, and they freak out like, oh.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
So
you know
come
how
on,
it
you
works?
can't say I'm a fucking bad person for liking that
Shut
shit. Like,
you're not a bad person.
I'm a terrible person, but I mean, for watching
Shut
that.
the fuck up. You're not even that bad of a... You're not a bad person.
You're not even that bad of a person. Come on.
I changed it to you're not a bad person. There's nothing about you that I would equate to being a bad person. Ever.
That's pretty cool, dude. I appreciate that.
Fuck you, though.
I agree. That's completely fair.
Like, there's nothing that makes you
Completely
a bad person. Maybe a self-destructive person.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But I'm a self-destructive person.
We're
but
all
like,
self-destructive.
You're a nice guy. I've never known you to be a shitty guy.
I mean, have you ever been around me during like my anger fits? Because that's pretty shitty.
I mean, I get anger fits too, though. But that's like a fit, and then you'll apologize after.
Oh, I always apologize.
You have anger issues, but
if I'm ever a dick to any of my friends, and whether I've punched my friends. I know I've been a dick to you. I've been a dick to so many of my friends.
No, you've been a dick to me once,
and I hope I apologize for it.
You didn't, but it doesn't matter.
But
like,
I didn't. So I'm a terrible person.
No, shut up. The fuck up. You've never been a straight up dick to me. The only time you've ever been kind of like angry, pissed, kind of a dickhead Khyler to me is one time me, you, and Alan were hanging out here. And like I said earlier,
I remember. It's because we weren't doing anything, and I was like, fuck you guys, I'm going.
Yeah, so what happened, me and Alan, as I said earlier on this podcast, are perfectly fine doing absolutely nothing together. Khyler's not that way. We were sitting on my couch for like 20 minutes, not doing anything, just us being on our phones. And Khyler got up and was like, "What the fuck? Like, we're not even doing anything. Fuck this shit." And he left.
That sounds a bit aggressive. I don't remember
you
being
were
that
pretty
dickish,
aggressive.
but I feel like I probably was. I know I was being a dick about it, but I was like, and
then you left all angry and butthurt because we weren't doing anything.
And that probably sparked to where you guys weren't ever hitting me up ever.
No. It literally was like,
oh, Khyler doesn't want to do anything. Oh, I'm not gonna. No.
Yeah,
but like,
no. This is like literally mine and Alan's reaction was like, what the fuck? Like, who gives? Like, we don't have to do anything. And we sat there and did nothing. It was like, but Khyler doesn't like doing that.
No, and
there was no resentment to you being a dick. It's just like Khyler doesn't like this. Okay, well then,
maybe
fuck off.
I think it was maybe what we were doing. It wasn't that we were doing anything. It was like what we were when we weren't doing anything. It was the fact what we were like, because not doing anything is like, okay, we're playing a certain video game or watching a certain.
We were literally just sitting on the couch, all of us on our phone.
Okay, that's shitty. That sucks. Like if
you,
it would have been funny if that was like, or not funny. It would have been fun like, because I can do that too, but I don't know. And also that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
that was like fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the only time you've been a dick to me. When we were, I think you talked about doing stunts, and we ended up just sitting on the couch.
Yeah, because I wanted to like go like
butthurt that we weren't fucking doing it.
I needed like
I'm gonna get fucking out of here, and you like.
I don't even remember what I did after that, honestly. But I remember that happening.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like.
But it wasn't like I was mad at you after. It was like, oh, yeah. Khyler freaked out because we weren't doing anything. Okay, fuck him. Go do something then, asshole. But I was never like mad at you about that. And I thought it was funny.
Weird. Because like with friends, with all my friends, we can choose to do nothing and chill. And like it's like I like to be with my friends, or we can do shit.
Changed throughout the years.
Yeah, I know that I have, and people have told me that I've changed. It's like okay, say with me and you, like, or with me and Landon, like, or whoever. Me and Landon can sit and not do shit, play some guitar, drink some beers, just chill, do nothing, and just kind of talk. Or we can go rock climbing and slacklining and go out.
Well, definitely me and you can even do that, where we're like, there's been times we've sat in your room and done nothing but drink beers for a couple of hours.
I can totally do that, and then I can totally go out and do other things with that same friend. And I think in that moment in my mindset, what I'm guessing was I wanted to go out and do shit with you guys. And I think this was before Alan had quit stunts, and
Who even knows what the mindset behind it was?
I was just like,
I think fucking long ago.
I think maybe I just honestly, I probably wanted to go out it was probably a weekend, and I probably wanted to go out and do something fun or crazy or entertaining or do something that made me feel productive, which in the long run, if you think about it, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But and then I got all fucking butthurt.
I have no idea where you got butthurt, but it also
I'm not doing anything. Yeah,
it doesn't fucking matter. It was so fucking many years ago.
Yeah, well, it's still I agree. It's still stupid on my part, and I don't know like if anything was leading before, like if I had asked, because sometimes I notice like with friends,
we start to make plans and we're like, well, yeah, maybe we should go do that, but I don't know, maybe we should go do this, and then it kind of dies off, and then nobody says anything.
And then somebody's trying to like make a plan, and then nobody's saying anything, and you're just sitting there like.
Who knows what the fuck happened? That wasn't even the point of the story. Was the point?
But like I can be. Yeah, the point of the story is I can be a dick.
Other than that, that's the only time you've ever been an asshole to me.
That's good.
And you weren't even like that much of an asshole. You were just frustrated at the fact we weren't doing it. Like even at the time when it was happening, understood your plight. Yeah. Whereas like, well, yeah, Kyler wanted to go do something. We didn't. So yeah, go fucking leave. Do something. I wasn't mad at you ever in that moment.
Yeah, and I think. The thing that probably bummed me out was I wanted you guys to be with me. Yeah. And you didn't want to go out and do things with me or with... Because
me and Alan are you guys perfectly okay doing nothing. Yeah.
Which
this is literally mine and Alan's reaction to when you got pissed and left, where we were like... We like looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck? Like, I guess he wanted to go do something. Yeah. Like, what do you want to do? I was like, I'm fine with it. And we literally said in our... Like, I didn't have... It wasn't like we shit talk on you afterwards or like resented you. It was literally like, yeah, Kyler wanted to go do something else. Of course he got fucking pissed about it. Whatever. Fuck him.
But the thing, I think the reason why I was mad, like I was saying, is I wanted you guys to be with me. Like I want my friends to like go do cool shit or other shit with me. Yeah. But I'm in the same boat as you sometimes, where like you don't want to do shit, you want to chill, and you're with a friend, and they're the ones that are like, let's go do something. I'm bored. Let's go do this and that. And you're like, what do you want to do? But they don't have an idea or a clue what they want to do. Or maybe you're just feeling lazy. Maybe you're hungover. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're depressed, and you just want to chill with your homies and not do shit. Yeah. And they're the ones that are like, oh, let's go out and be crazy. And you're just like, nah, I don't really want to. I've definitely had that before with other friends. And I've gotten actually mad at other friends. I'm like, just chill, dude. I don't want to fucking do shit. When I was younger, I'm like, I don't want to go play guitar with you right now. Like I want to, or whatever. Like I just want to fucking hang out, watch TV, be a piece of shit.
Yeah, do whatever.
And be on my phone. Or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Sometimes you want to be a lazy piece of shit. Sometimes you want to be proactive. It's super weird how that affects...
Are we doing this and ending it?
We're not.
One thing I wanted to mention, I actually wanted to tell you about this. I mean, I could tell you off mic. It really doesn't fucking matter.
Tell me.
Come on, guy. So I work for Wise Guys, obviously. I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. I have a part-time job at Wise Guys Comedy Club. But I wanted to tell you know Wise Guys is opening up a bar?
Just a straight-up bar?
A straight-up bar attached to their downtown location.
I feel like you might have mentioned this to me before. So, like, we can go and drink and then come back. Okay, no, you did tell me this a while ago.
Yeah.
When we went and saw dude with a beard.
Kyle Casaus.
Yeah, when we saw Kyle, I think you told me that around that time.
Oh, because I went in there when you guys were there.
Yeah, that's
one of the guys.
Awesome.
Once the bouncer showed me how they were doing all the construction, it's fully completed now. It's gonna be a separate bar. They're gonna hire a full staff every day of the week. So it's just gonna be. It's called the Lounge at Wise Guys. Is what it's called.
The Lounge at Wise Guys.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be called the Lounge for the most part.
But it's connected to Wise Guys. So you can literally walk from the bar into the comedy club. Yes. Dude, that's fucking.
I went in there the other night. I was there at the downtown location the other night, and I went in there, and it's finished. It's so fucking nice. They have like the hanging lights. They have paintings of famous comedians. I know they have Richard Pryor, and I know they have Carlin. Those are the only two I totally remember. But it's so fucking dope. Like literally, even like Monday nights, like tonight, like a Monday night when there's no comedy going on, you can go into the lounge.
Okay.
At Wise Guys and go have a couple of drinks and shit.
Dude, that's amazing.
It's so dope.
I wonder, like, that'd be better.
It's
for,
so
like,
nice.
Even for, like, open micers, too, because there's a bar there.
Yeah.
But that might be shittier, too, because you have fucking loud-ass, like,
well, it's in a separate...
Totally separate.
I don't think you could hear, especially if you had open mic going on, you're not going to hear the lounge.
Okay.
going on. I heard that fart.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
think I did not hear that through the mic. You
It was
mother.
a loud one. But,
Um,
so I was thinking that'd be perfect. But that's
if
also
you want to
gonna,
drink before the show.
Yeah, you
the
want
other
a
thing
pregame
is,
and you're already in the
do
building.
you remember how we've gone up and we've had the lineup outside
Yeah.
before the second show or whatever? They're gonna let the people into the lounge before then.
Okay, so you can go into the lounge before
Have
you have
drinks.
before before the doors open, you can go in, drink
Before this.
and then but you still like check in and put your
I
wristband on.
assume so. I don't know how.
That would be perfect. But I could also see that getting so out of hand and being super annoying for like people who get like go overboard and then they come. But also think about this: does Wise Guys own this bar?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect.
It's
Because then
literally
all the money will
attachment.
go.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
I was about to say like that's kind of shitty because the whole reason you go to when they make you order drinks at Wise Guys so A
They make money.
they can make money and B people will be more lubricated and drunk and funny and laugh and be more interactive, right?
Receptive to the
Receptive
comedy, yeah.
but then okay everybody's gonna go to this bar also spend a ton of money and then go and you don't necessarily have to wait on your drinks. Or you can get more drinks, and then you're still gonna be because I think most people pregame before. Like I would say at least half.
Dude, I was at Wise Guys this last weekend, and we did freebie shows. So essentially, a freebie show is like the comedian isn't selling a lot of tickets, so we'll send out a mass email to anyone on the email list saying like, "Come in, get free tickets."
Right. Yeah.
So we'll have like 150 people, 200 people show up.
Just because of the free
tickets.
Hell yeah.
And so they'll get in and they buy drinks and food or whatever. The thing is, because they feel like they didn't pay for the show, they get
They just buy so many drinks.
Turd.
Hell yeah. And the drinks
they
are
drink
obviously...
before.
Oh, they drink before?
God.
Get super
So
pregame.
Friday night and Saturday night, I had people who had to leave before the show started because they got too fucking drunk.
Before anybody went on stage?
Yes.
No way.
Like they drank
Jordan
before.
Landing?
Yeah, dude. 2.
You'd think it'd be more downtown.
I had
like downtown.
Friday night. I had this
like
group of people come in. So it was like show starts at 8. We open the doors at 6:30. This is maybe 7. I see this group of 4 people come in. It's 2 couples that are married, I assume. I don't know if they were actually married, but 2 couples together. A bald guy and this chick, and then another couple.
Was the other guy bald?
No, I don't know what he was. He doesn't matter in the story.
The bald guy.
I could already tell, like, the bald guy talked to me and was like, oh, this guy's drunk. Like, he's already started. They go into the showroom. I see these 2 chicks walk out. Let's say, I think it's the first opener on stage. We're literally talking the first 15 minutes of the show. She walks out, and I was like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, we're just going to go outside for a second. I think she's going to throw up. So I was like, oh, yeah, go outside. Get the fuck out of my building.
But like, why
and they
would
go
they go
outside.
to the bathroom?
Because fuck them. I don't want them puking in my bathroom.
But they didn't even attempt to go to the bathroom. They just wanted to go straight outside.
I don't even give a shit that they did.
Yeah, I know.
They
but
went
like,
outside. We have a garbage can
sake.
in front of our building. So
Yeah.
she went to that garbage can and just started fucking puking. The show just started. And she's just, like, multiple times just fucking laying out her guts into this fucking garbage can. Over and over again. She's shit-housed. And they were literally out there for, like, 45 minutes.
No way.
Yeah. And then finally, they were, like, starting to, like, get together and, like, come back in. And then that bald fuck, who was that chick who was throwing up in the garbage can's husband, came out, like, literally, like, his friend was holding him up, and he was stumbling and shit, and, like, drunk as fuck, getting in. And they were like, yeah, we're going home. I'm going to take them home.
Oh my!
And I was like,
like
yeah,
the first act.
Oh,
It was 45 minutes later, so
this
it was
is
later on.
Headliner's not even on stage yet.
Okay.
The guy they came to see isn't even on stage yet. This is probably third act. We had 4 openers this weekend, which is a lot.
That's heavy.
It was a heavy
4
show.
openers and then the headliner.
Yeah.
Damn,
It was a long
That's
show.
a lot. That's a lot.
They were kind of giving, like, this newer opener, like, newer featuring act, kind of like letting him do it for the first couple of times. So he only did, like, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay. That's cool, though.
Like, I think they might have all done 10 or 5 minutes. Anyway, they left before that shit fucking housed. I'm just glad they took themselves out. The next night, I had another group of fucking people, and this dude. So we did the freebie show. So they come in. We have a certain list. Like, we had 70 people buy tickets. Like, actually physically buy tickets. And then we had, like, 150 people come in for the freebie show.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up, though, if you think about it. Like, these 70 people bought tickets. How much
Oh,
are tickets?
it's a fucked up system.
How much are tickets for that?
Like 15, 16 bucks.
So if you had 70 people buy.
We have people complain when they come in, and they be like, I bought tickets, but you guys made this a fucking freebie show now. So can I get a fucking refund? Because people are coming in not paying now. It's a fucked up system.
It is fucked up.
It's super fucked up. I don't agree with it. So we had these people come in. This couple, they bought tickets, and then they brought their friends into the freebie show. The thing is, so the show starts at 8. We cut off the freebie show 7:30. So after 7:30,
people who want to get in for free,
fuck you.
You can't.
You're
That's good. That's good. You should definitely have a cutoff time.
We definitely
for
have
people who can get in free.
We have a window for when you can come in. So these two people came in, fucking 7:55. Show's about to start. And these two couple come in, and they're like, yeah, we bought tickets, but the two guys that came with us didn't. They're here for the freebie. And we're like, we can't get you in. Like, 1, time limit's over. 2, we're filled the fuck up. We might not have seats for you. And so, like, normally we put them on a standby list. So we'll kind of be like, okay, if we have room, we'll sell you tickets. Mm-hmm. Instead of giving them for free because you're late, fuck you, you missed out on the freebie tickets.
Yeah.
So it was kind of that. And this fucking guy, the guy who bought tickets, I think he owns some kind of like paint construction business. It was this white rich dude.
Of course.
Yeah. And his wife, and then 2 Mexican dudes.
Well, so he was employees.
Yes. 100% you could tell they were his employees.
Wasted Mexican employees.
That he brought with him as like, hey, come to the show with us, you know, we'll get you in. This is our treat kind of thing. And like,
fucked up.
And we like told him like, we can't get him in. The guy was so fucking up. He was so drunk already too. He was literally like, what do you, like, free tickets are gone? What? You can get them in. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, all the seats are gone. And then he was like, there's seats available. And I was like, there's not seats available for them.
Talk the seats to be
open.
Like,
we like don't want our service overstaffed. We only staff for like so many people that are coming in. He's like, they're slow right now. We can get them in. The dude literally offered me $1,000.
I would have taken it.
I would have taken it if he was being fucking honest, because this guy was shit house. Yeah, so we literally had to charge them tickets because we found out like, okay, we figured everything out. Everyone who bought tickets is in. Like, they bought tickets previously. They're in. We're good on that factor. So we can get you in, but they're going to have to buy tickets. And the dude was giving me fucking grief about having to pay $32 for the 2 people he brought.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
but
you,
there was
dude.
room for them.
Give me $1,000, my fucking ass. You're bitching and moaning about $32.
$1,000 to let my friends
I just
in?
remember he kept saying, like, this is embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing. I come here all of the time. I know the owner. And I was like, what's his name? And he was like, oh, well, I know the owner. Like, fuck this guy. And he got so drunk he had to leave the show early and left his 2 friends, which he kept complaining that, like, we need to let our friends in because it's like, they're our ride. And it's like, well, then why have your friends that don't have tickets drive you to the fucking show, you idiot? 2, they left without the fucking guys. 20 minutes into the fucking show.
They're just too shithoused. I can understand wanting to get drunk before, like, a comedy show.
Well, yeah.
But, like, you just fucking get blackout drunk.
And he was such a shithead about it. Anyway, that was my fucking Wise Guys rant. If you want to go to Wise Guys, the lounge should be open in the next couple of weeks.
Dude, yeah, I definitely want to hit that up.
Me too, dude.
I feel bad for that one time when I went for Eric Andre. My friend Tyler bought my ticket.
You should have. I wish I would have gone. If I would have gone, they would have let us in.
Okay,
but anyway.
So my birthday was February 29th. Obviously, it was the 28th this year. And my ID had just expired. Expires the next day. So my ID expired March 1st, and I think it was honestly like March 7th or 8th. It was about a week after.
Yeah.
And that was the Eric Andre show in Utah. And I go in, and I'm like hoping to God, I'm like, okay, like I haven't had time or money to be able to go renew my ID. I'm just hoping, since we have this already, like it's just my ID just barely expired, that they'll let me in. They wouldn't let me in because it wouldn't scan. And I'm like, I was sitting there arguing back and forth, and finally I was like, fuck you guys, and fucking flipped everybody off and walked off. But before that, I was like, I've gotten into this very wise guys without an ID, period. It was when I came here to see Steve-O. I swear to God, Tyler was there. He's my witness, and he knows for a fact it was Tyler.
It just depends on the bouncer.
Yeah, the people. The lady, it was like this sweet old...
Who scanned your ID?
This Asian girl. Young Asian girl.
I know her, yeah.
Young Asian girl, and she scanned it. Obviously, it doesn't scan because my ID was fucking expired. I was like, it just barely expired. Like, I haven't had time to... Well, do you have your passport? It's like, no, I don't fucking... Do you have a birth certificate? No. Like, I don't have anything. This is my ID. And even my friend behind me is like, his birthday didn't expire. It's like, no shit.
I will literally... Like, I do that same job every once in a while. I'm a door person, but I'll scan IDs, too. Like, once, like, the bouncer has to go do other shit. And, like, if it's expired within the last, like, 6 months, which I probably shouldn't say on mic because that's kind of technically illegal.
Fuck it. Like, nobody... That's only because people could have fake IDs, They could be, like...
But it's, like, it's an expired ID. It doesn't bring you up that this doesn't match. It brings up that this is expired.
Yeah.
You look at it, you see the expiration date. This used to be a legal ID.
Yeah.
They're over this age.
Mm-hmm. You can see that they are
I went to the liquor store today to buy this booze we're fucking shithoused on right now. No ID.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I haven't got ID'd in a liquor store.
You legit didn't get ID? Which liquor store was it? On 56?
No, in Draper by the DMV.
Oh, you went to that one?
Well, it's right by my work.
Oh, I didn't know you worked.
It's literally like...
I've never been to that one. How is it? Is it super
it's
packed or is it super mellow?
It's one of my favorites. It's so fucking mellow all of the time.
You know, it's a good mellow one, decent.
There was literally
56.
maybe 5 people in there with
West
me.
Jordan.
5 o'clock, like people are getting off work.
Mm-hmm.
It was early, and then 5 was like 4. But I don't know why I said 5, but it was like 4 o'clock. Nobody was fucking there. It's one of my favorites. And it's also like...
You did this today?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like 2 seconds from my work.
Yeah, I've never
so
been
it's
to
super,
that one, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's super nice. I like that one a lot. But
yeah, I was like, I've been into this before without an ID when I went and saw Steve-O. And the funny thing is, when I did get into the comedy club, I checked I was wearing my vest at the time, and I checked my vest pockets, like the inside pockets, and my ID was in there.
Yeah.
And it was because I was just on an airplane, and that's what I do sometimes when you show them your ID. I don't put it back in my wallet. I just go pocket it, and I forgot to put it back in my wallet. So technically I did have my ID on me the whole time, but I didn't show them, and I got in still. And then I go in, and I was like, okay, well, I should be good. Last time I got in with no ID, and I'll be able to get in with an ID, but it's expired by a week. Nope. So it's like in the middle of winter, or it was snowing in March, not middle of winter, but it was a fucking shitty day, and I ended up having to walk. I'm like chilling in the gateway underneath this bridge like a fucking homeless person.
I think I was downtown that day too.
And I had to Uber home. Fucking,
I texted you before that, being like, "Look, I'm gonna be downtown. Let's hang out."
Yeah. You wanted to hang out after the Eric Andre show,
and then you ended up not going. Yeah.
I couldn't go, and I heard it was such a good fucking show.
Yeah.
Did you see? He has a show or a movie coming out. It's with Gorilla Flicks, Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
another
the same
prank.
Bad Grandpa kind
like,
of prank mixed in with the story of a movie show.
Yeah, it's like a story of a movie, but with pranks. But it looks, in my opinion,
with
way
Tiffany Haddish and shit.
Way better than Bad Grandpa. And I love Knoxville and Jackass with all my heart, but like Bad Grandpa does not. I didn't like it that much.
I've actually never even seen it.
I have Bad Grandpa. I actually have both. They made a Bad Grandpa 0.5, which I don't think I've ever seen. But I bought it just to have it as a collection. But like, I saw Bad Grandpa in theaters, and it was just like, man, because I already am skeptical about pranks in general. I don't think pranks are real. Public pranks, I would say,
no.
Some of them are real. Most of them are fake and paid off, and they're not real. And even if hypothetically, say all of Knoxville's pranks in Bad Grandpa were real, and none of them knew beforehand, I still don't think it's that appealing. It's just like public pranks aren't that great.
But that movie looks fucking good.
But and same with
Check
Eric
it out.
Eric Andre. Yeah.
I would love him. He's one.
What is it? It's called Bad Trip.
Yeah.
Even
they're
if
trying to like get their car. I don't remember the.
Yeah, and it's all pink. And the
check out
car's
the
pink,
fucking
and all the fonts are pink.
Yeah,
check that
check
out.
the fucking trailer. Go to the lounge at Wise Guys at Gateway when it opens. That has been the ADHD podcast.
Follow me on Instagram.
Khyler Vick.
Yeah, you spell it Khyler.
Like the Utah way.
Yep.
And then at Blockheads.
Yeah, Blockheads is another.
I'm pretty sure I'm Caden Casaus at CLC801. And then follow our Instagram for the podcast, ADHD Podcast at Instagram.
At Instagram.com.
At Instagram.com.
It'd be Instagram.com/ADHD podcast.
I don't know these things.
It's alright, dude.
I'm an old man at heart. I do the crossword every day. Go fuck yourselves.
You're going to have to give me the login for the ADHD.
I will. The second we're done with this, I'll go pull it up and we'll look it up.
I can also post things on there.
Yes. Anyway, have a good week. We will... What the fuck are you looking at?
No, you're
good.
You
pulled it up such eager that I threw me off that you had something to do before we left. Anyway, have a good week. Go fuck yourselves. I love you. Goodbye.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, we didn't click. Stop! We gotta click. Okay, we're gonna take that from the top. Have a good week. We love you. Goodbye. Shut the fuck up. Are you filming that whole thing? Yeah. Cheers. Fuck.
Yeah, I wanted to